Raids of nearly one-third of Turkey and many parts of Syria as well.
As Turkey continues to face the aftermath of the devastating 7.8 magnitude earthquake which hit the country on February 6, several countries have stepped forward to provide the much required humanitarian aid. Under the Operation Dost, India had sent 7 flights to Turkey carrying medical aid and rescue teams. The Turkey's foreign minister has expressed his gratitude to the international community for their support during the crisis.
Ayrıca 100 tonluk bir insani yardım yolladı ve ilave yardımlar da göndereceklerini bugünkü görüşmemizde de Ararat Mirzoyan söyledi. Sürekli de zaten soruyorlar ilave bir isteğiniz var mı diye.
100 countries had offered help and 76 countries had sent rescue teams.
Mi smo imali drugi plan. Naš plan je bio da dolaskom na Antalya Diplomacy Forum još jednom potvrdimo važnost odnosa naše dvije zemlje, naglasimo koliko je turski narod i turska država u vrhu prioriteta bosansko-hercegovačke vanjske politike.
Turkey also bought some 1,05,000 tents from abroad and a shipment of containers from Qatar during the World Cup.
Ayrıca 105.000 çadırı da biz satın alıyoruz. Yurt dışındaki misyonlarımızla koordine ediyoruz. Buradan AFAD Genel Merkezi'nde Cumhurbaşkanı Yardımcımız Fuat Bey'in riyasetinde hep beraber orada koordinasyonu sağlıyoruz. Katar'dan bu Dünya Futbol Şampiyonası'nda kullanılan
Turkey's foreign minister also thanked his Armenian counterpart for his solidarity visit to Ankara.
Ayrıca 100 tonluk bir insani yardım yolladı ve ilave yardımlar da göndereceklerini bugünkü görüşmemizde de Ararat Mirzoyan söyledi. Sürekli de zaten soruyorlar ilave bir isteğiniz var mı diye. Bunun için de teşekkür.
The foreign minister also gave an update of the on-ground situation.
Elbette her şey mükemmel değil. Yani eksiklik, ilk başta koordinasyonda eksiklik olabilir, bazı sıkıntılar olabilir ama kısa süre içinde sistem oturdu ve hepsi de diğer ülkelerden gelen ekipler, Türkiye'den devlet kurumlarımız, AFAD, işte jandarma vesaire hepsini tek tek saymayacağım, Kızılay. Diğer taraftan Türkiye'deki arama kurtarma sivil kuruluşlar. Bunların hepsiyle dayanışma içinde bu çalışmalarını yaptılar.
Many in Turkey have blamed faulty construction for the war's devastation, and authorities continue targeting contractors allegedly linked with buildings that collapsed. Turkey that are home to some 13.5 million people who will face a tough life ahead. Agency report, Republic TV.
And coming up, the battle for Tripura intensifies. Polling begins for first elections of 2023.
The light combat helicopter Prachand, which is indigenously manufactured by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, it's been loaded with rockets and missiles as well, and focusing over here is this turret gun which has again been manufactured by the HAL. These are 70 rockets which will be loaded into the Prachand. 10 of these Prachands have been taken by the Indian Air Force and 5 of them are with the Indian Army as of now, and we have 15 of them with us. And this definitely puts India on a high pedestal.
हिंदू सेना के कुछ नेता बीबीसी दफ्तर के बाहर ये लोग बैनर पोस्टर लेकर पहुंचे हुए हैं और लगातार बीबीसी का विरोध ये कर रखे हैं। बीबीसी को लेकर लगातार नारेबाजी इनके द्वारा की जा रही है और ये देखिए पुलिस जो है अब इनके बैनर पोस्टर लेकर यहाँ से इन्हें हटाने की कोशिश कर रही है। तस्वीरें आप देख लीजिए और अब पुलिस ने इनसे बैनर पोस्टर ले लिए हैं और यहाँ से इन्हें हटाने की कार्रवाई लगातार चल रही है।
जो देश दशकों से सबसे बड़ा डिफेंस इंपोर्टर था, वो अब दुनिया के 75 देशों को डिफेंस इक्विपमेंट एक्सपोर्ट कर रहा है।
Why, sir? But why?
No, I don't.
We'll speak, sir,
No, I won't speak.
about your statement
No, I won't speak.
that you made yesterday.
No, I don't want to speak. Go, please. I don't want to speak.
What's wrong in that?
I don't want to speak. That's all. Why do you want to force me?
No, yeah, I'm not forcing you. I'm
Yes,
just
you're telling
asking
me
you.
to speak. I
No,
don't
no.
want to
Actually, you have made this statement
That's what
yesterday.
I'm camera.
I'm just asking. Actually, folks have made this statement yesterday, and are you still stand with your statement?
Light utility helicopter which is being designed and manufactured by the HAL. So a massive development by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited for the light utility helicopter in this particular category, going on to show that India is moving towards Atmanirbharta, and HAL is definitely going on and providing a shot in the arm for the Air Force sector as well.
Battle for Tripura intensifies. Polling begins for the first elections of 2023. There is huge anger across India with the murder of a serving army man. DMK councillor arrested after pressure mounts, yet not a single word from the Chief Minister M.K. Stalin. The BBC faces IT heat. Surveys continue at offices in Delhi and Mumbai. Video goes viral of alleged Samajwadi Party leader SP Morris supporters attacking a Hindu seer. The Nepalese king makes the first public appearance at a program where the demand of monarchy is made. Good morning and welcome. You are watching the Morning Express on Republic TV. I'm Nupur Talwar Suri, and we begin with the big news story that we are tracking. Polling has begun in the 60 constituencies of Tripura, where there appears to be a multi-cornered contest in which the ruling BJP and the indigenous People's Front of Tripura is facing a challenge from an alliance of the left and the Congress, and the Tripura Indigenous Progressive Regional Alliance, which has emerged as the newest entrance in this political battle. Now, the results for the elections will be announced on the 2nd of March. About 28.13 lakh voters will be deciding the fate of 259 candidates that are in the fray. Now, do remember that the new party that has been formed, that is the Tripura Mot, has emerged as a key challenger to the BJP. Now, just to give you a bit of a backgrounder in terms of Tripura, Tripura of course was ruled by the CPM till about 2018, when the BJP scripted history, winning 36 of the 60 seats in a state where it practically had no presence. So the BJP extremely sure that they'll be able to retain power, perhaps also increase the number of seats. But this time is the first time rather that the Congress and the CPIM are fighting in an alliance.
भारत माता की!
It has been a hotly contested election in Tripura. The BJP-IPFT alliance calling for a double-engine government again.
ये चुनाव त्रिपुरा के लिए बड़ा निर्णायक चुनाव। आपने कई साल तक कांग्रेस का शासन देखा है, 27 साल तक कम्युनिस्टों का शासन देखा है। ये दोनों ने त्रिपुरा के विकास के लिए, त्रिपुरा के गरीबों के लिए, त्रिपुरा के आदिवासियों के लिए कुछ नहीं। त्रिपुरा को झस का तस छोड़ दिया। त्रिपुरा में अगर विकास आया तो केवल और केवल भारतीय जनता पार्टी के 5 साल के अंदर त्रिपुरा में विकास पहुंचा है।
The left says it is confident it will root out the BJP in the state.
मीटिंग पूछने की, लेकिन यहाँ पे आज आकर आप लोगों को जब देख रहा हूँ तो मेरी उत्साह बढ़ रही है कि ना सिर्फ त्रिपुरा में, पूरे देश भर में आज भाजपा को हराएंगे, भारत बचाएंगे और साथ साथ आज त्रिपुरा बचाएंगे।
Pradyot Manikya Bikramdev Barma led Tripura Motha is hoping to cause a dent. It's a three-cornered fight and the stakes are high. Tripura has been known to have a high turnout year on year. All eyes are now on what will elections 2023 hold. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Sir, the Tripura Motha is saying that the tribal vote is going to factor and they are going to prosecute.
Who said?
Tripura
Let them speak. Let them speak. The result will speak.
सबसे बड़ी चुनौती क्या है इसका?
कोई चुनौती नहीं, कोई चुनौती।
বলছি একাধিক জায়গা থেকে খুব কম সংখ্যক অভিযোগ আসছে, যেটা
দেখুন দেখুন এইগুলো তো ইনস্টিগেট कर रहे हैं, ওরাই করছে। কাজে ন্যাচারালি আমাদের তরফ থেকে তো কোনো অবস্থায় আমরা এগুলো বলি না। लास्ट ईयर जितना मिला है इससे ज्यादा मिलेगा इस बार।
सीपीएम और कांग्रेस पे गठबंधन में लड़ रहे हैं सर इस बार, उसमें कुछ टिप्पणी?
इससे क्या फर्क पड़ेगा? ये अनहोली अलायंस है, कोई फायदा नहीं होगा इससे। ये और कम
कल रात को बॉम्बिंग हुआ है, सीपीएम एलिगेशन कर रही है।
आप देखो बॉम्बिंग का कल्चर कौन किया था पहले? सीपीएम कर रहे थे, कांग्रेस कर रहे थे, ये लोग जानबूझकर ये कर रहे हैं। हम लोग को मालूम था और प्रशासन जरूर काम करेंगे। अभी तो माने इलेक्शन कमीशन के अंडर में है, लेकिन हमारा तरफ से हम बार बार हमारा जो कार्यकर्ता है इनको हम लोग कह दिए इसमें इंस्टिगेशन में नहीं फंसना है। और हम लोग चाहते नहीं, आप जानते हैं उनका कल्चर क्या है। सीपीएम का क्या कल्चर था, कांग्रेस का क्या कल्चर था, जानबूझकर ये सब करते हैं। इनका कुछ नहीं होगा, ये सब देखिए 5 साल के बाद हमेशा आता रहता है। दूसरा मेरा तो लाइन करने दो यार।
तो देखिए मानिक शाह वोट करने के लिए पहुंचे हैं, तस्वीर हम आपको टीवी स्क्रीन पर दिखा रहे हैं। और देखिए किस तरह से उन्होंने कहा कि बीजेपी के लिए कोई चैलेंज नहीं है। उन्होंने कहा कि बीजेपी सरकार बनाने वाली है। उन्होंने कहा टिपरा मोथा जैसी पार्टियां आती हैं और चली जाती हैं। साथ ही साथ उन्होंने ये भी कहा कि इस बार बीजेपी पिछली बार के मुकाबले ज्यादा नंबर्स लेके आएगी, ज्यादा सीटों से सरकार बनाएगी, बहुमत में आएगी। और देखिए मुख्यमंत्री पहुंचे हुए हैं पोलिंग स्टेशन पर अपना वोट कास्ट करने के लिए। तस्वीरें हम आपको आपकी टीवी स्क्रीन पर दिखा रहे हैं। तस्वीरें देखिए, मुख्यमंत्री पहुंचे हैं। तुलसीपट्टी स्कूल का ये पोलिंग स्टेशन है जहां पर उनका वोट है। तस्वीरें हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं। मुख्यमंत्री मानिक शाह यहां पहुंचे हैं वोट करने के लिए। तस्वीरें हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं। तस्वीर में आप देख सकते हैं मुख्यमंत्री यहां पर पहुंचे हैं और भीड़ है। मुख्यमंत्री ने कहा कि पहले अपना वो वोट कास्ट करना चाहते हैं और उसके बाद वो मीडिया से बात करेंगे। लेकिन देखिए बीजेपी बहुत आशान्वित है। बीजेपी को लगता है कि इस बार नंबर्स पहले के मुकाबले और ज्यादा होगा। तस्वीरें हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं। मुख्यमंत्री यहाँ वोट करने के लिए पहुंचे हैं। मानिक शाह आपको तस्वीरों में दिखाई दे रहे हैं। तस्वीरें देखिए, मानिक शाह यहाँ पर पहुंचे हुए वोट करने के लिए।
अभी लाइन में लगने दो, आराम से वोट करने दो।
तो अगरतला का तुलसीपट्टी ये पोलिंग स्टेशन है जहां पर मुख्यमंत्री मानिक शाह वोट करने के लिए पहुंचे हैं। तस्वीर आपकी टीवी स्क्रीन पर है। बीजेपी के लिए इस बार साख बचाने की बात होगी क्योंकि 2018 में
Amit, if you can hear us, I just wanted to ask you, even as the BJP appears to be extremely confident, the fact is that this is the first time that the Congress and the CPIM are fighting in an alliance. How much of an impact do you think that could have?
देखिए नुपुर, पिछली बार कांग्रेस का खाता भी नहीं खुला था। सीपीएम के साथ गठबंधन में कांग्रेस इस बार चुनाव लड़ रही है, लेकिन जो नंबर्स हैं, जमीन पर जो हकीकत है, ग्राउंड पर जो हमने लोगों से बातचीत की, हम पब्लिक के बीच में गए, वहां पर ये तस्वीरें लग रही कि कांग्रेस का कुछ भला इस बार भी नहीं होने वाला है। हाँ, सीपीएम के लिए नुकसान हो सकता है, क्योंकि जो टिपरा मोथा नई पार्टी है वो ट्राइबल इलाकों में अपने कैंडिडेट उतार रही है। वो सीधे सीधे ये जो वोट कटेंगे, ये वोट कटने वाले हैं सीपीएम के वाम जो दल है, जो लेफ्ट पार्टी है। इस बार कांग्रेस कोई बहुत बड़ा कमाल नहीं दिखा सकती, लेकिन बड़ी बात यह है कि बीजेपी ने पिछले 3-4 सालों 5 सालों में जो काम किया है वो जमीन पर दिखाई भी दे रहा है। हम पब्लिक के बीच में गए, हम त्रिपुरा के अंदर गांवों में गए, वहां पर हमने जब लोगों से बात की तो उन्होंने कहा पहले बिजली नहीं थी, अब बिजली मिलने लगी है, पहले सड़कें नहीं थी, अब सड़कें बन गई हैं, पहले स्कूल और अस्पताल नहीं हुआ करते थे, अब वो भी उपलब्ध हो गए। यानी बीजेपी के शासन में विकास की बात करें तो वो विकास जमीन पर दिखाई दे रहा है। और शायद इसीलिए मुख्यमंत्री मानिक शाह इतने कॉन्फिडेंट हैं, वो कह रहे हैं कि पहले के मुकाबले ज्यादा नंबर्स के साथ बीजेपी जीत कर आएगी। तस्वीरें हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं, मानिक शाह यहां पर वोट करने पहुंचे हैं। तुलसीवटी स्कूल का ये पोलिंग स्टेशन है और 16 नंबर जो बूथ है वहां पर वोट करेंगे। तमाम बीजेपी के दिग्गजों ने अपनी पूरी ताकत यहां झोंक दिया। आपने तस्वीरें देखी होंगी ऊपर, यहां पे अमित शाह थे, प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी पहुंचे, तमाम लोग यहां पर रैली करने के लिए पहुंचे थे। और बीजेपी सिर्फ और सिर्फ चाहती कि एक बार फिर से उनकी सरकार रिपीट हो और यहां पर बड़े बहुमत के साथ त्रिपुरा में सरकार बने। हेमंत बिस्वा शर्मा का जिक्र बहुत होता है यहां पर, क्योंकि असम के विकास मॉडल की बात यहां पर बीजेपी के तमाम दिग्गज नेता करते हैं। और मानिक शाह जिस छवि के आदमी हैं, डॉक्टर थे पेशे से, उसके बाद वो कांग्रेस में गए, कांग्रेस से बीजेपी में आए और कहा जाता है 2018 में जो सरकार बनी उसमें बहुत बड़ी भूमिका मानिक शाह की थी। और साफ सुथरी छवि के नेता है, बहुत रीचेबल है, एक्सेसिबल है, और जो एक भूमिका बनाने वाली बात होती है राजनेताओं की, वो उनके अंदर दिखाई नहीं देती है और शायद उनको जन समर्थन भी इससे ज्यादा है। नुपुर, बैक टू यू।
Amit, stay with us. I wanted to ask you about the Tripura Mota, which we will come back to, but let's listen into some of those voters and what is it that they are expecting when they vote in a new government.
अभी मेरा कहने का मतलब यही है, अभी जो वोट शांतिपूर्ण हो रहा है, 4 बजे से जो होने से त्रिपुरा में वो शांति व सुकून मिल जाएगा। ठीक है, कुछ दिन पहले वो वोट इलेक्शन हो रहा, बाई इलेक्शन भी हो रहा है, हुआ पुराने भी वोट हुआ, शांतिपूर्ण वोट नहीं हुआ। अभी जो वोट हो रहा है ना, जब लाइन देखे कितना लाइन चल रहा है, तभी शांतिपूर्ण होने से पुराने निगम में हम वोट नहीं दिया नहीं, बाई इलेक्शन में वोट नहीं दिया। अभी आज असेंबली इलेक्शन में हम वोट दे रहे हैं, ये मेरा खुशी है। सारा त्रिपुरा में शांति मिल जाएगा, शांति आ जाएगा। हाँ, वोट देने के जो पार्टी आएगा, जो सीट में बैठेगा, वो सारा त्रिपुरा में शांति के कायम मिल आ जाएगा, डेवलपमेंट हो जाएगा, बहुत कुछ हो रहा है। शांति होने से सब कुछ शांति मिल जाएगा। हम शांतिपुरा में आर टाउन बरदाली, मोहम्मद रफीक मियाँ।
बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस है, मतलब फर्स्ट टाइम दे रही हूँ तो बहुत एक्साइटमेंट है कि कैसा होने वाला है, मतलब प्रोसीड्योर एंड ऑल, तो बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस है। बहुत ज़रूरी है, हमारी ये फंडामेंटल राइट है कि हम भी कुछ कंट्रीब्यूट करें टू द स्टेट, कि कौन हमारे रिप्रेजेंटेटिव बने इन द स्टेट, एंड बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है कि डेवलपमेंट एंड फॉर एवरीथिंग इन द स्टेट।
Absolutely, very important. It's a constitutional right as well as a constitutional duty. इसलिए सुबह सुबह उठ के आ गए सब पूरे फैमिली के साथ। क्या आशाएं हैं उनसे? Being someone of my age group, I would say more jobs in the city. When I say jobs, just not government jobs, right? Private players should come up into the state as well. That would change the economic condition, the stature which we stand right now, and most importantly, I'd say no post-war violence. We have seen in last 2 elections, not only in 18, even 13. I'm old enough to remember all this. So that's all. What else?
Well, one of the voters over there making an extremely important point. Now, there has been an increase in post-poll violence as well as political violence in Tripura, and that's something that has been commented upon by various observers as well. So one of those voters over there saying that he hopes that's not going to be repeated this time. In fact, the Election Commission has also taken note of the increase in violence incidents in Tripura. I'm going to go across back to Amit Singh on this one as well. Now, Amit, we had one of the voters over there talking about post-poll violence, and that's been a major concern because Tripura did not see that much violence as it has in about, I think, the past 5 years or even before that. So give us an overall sense of the security arrangements and what is it that the Election Commission is doing to make sure that there is very little violence in terms of the elections.
देखिए निपुर, आपका सवाल बहुत वाजिब था। इस बार 30,000 फोर्सेस, पैरामिलिट्री फोर्सेस को यहां तैनात किया गया है। हालांकि त्रिपुरा में पिछले 5 सालों की बात करें तो वायलेंस बहुत कम हुआ है और बीजेपी के मैनिफेस्टो में यह बात थी, आपको याद होगा, उन्होंने कहा था कि त्रिपुरा में अगर हमारी सरकार बनती है तो हम कोशिश करेंगे कि हिंसा ना हो। जब सीपीएम की सरकार थी निपुर यहां पे तो नक्सली बहुत एक्टिव थे। त्रिपुरा के जो आउटर इलाका है, जो जंगली इलाके हैं, जहां पर टी स्टेट बेसिकली है, लेकिन बीजेपी की सरकार आने के बाद यहां पर वायलेंस भी कम हुआ है। पोस्ट पोल वायलेंस की बात करें तो यहां पर 30,000 पुलिसकर्मी है और इलेक्शन कमीशन, हम यहां पिछले 5 दिन से अनुपुर, मैं आपको बताऊं कि करीब 5 दिन से यहां पर सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस अलग अलग इलाकों में डिप्लॉय थी। और जो हिंसा की बात अगर कहें तो हिंसा यहां पर शून्य ही सुनने को मिली है, 0 रहा है। और अभी भी खबर यह है कि इलेक्शन के बाद भी 2 दिन तक यहां पर पैरामिलिट्री फोर्सेस रुकेंगी क्योंकि यहां से बैलेट बॉक्सेस जाने हैं और मार्च तक, जब तक वोट काउंट्स नहीं हो जाते, तब तक यहां पर फोर्सेस स्टे करने वाली हैं त्रिपुरा में। और जो हिंसा है बहुत बड़ा मसला है इलेक्शन में और इस बार भी जो वोटर्स हैं इसी मसले को लेकर वोट कर रहे हैं क्योंकि आपने देखा जब मैं बात कर रहा था वोटर से तो उन्होंने ये बात कही कि हम चाहते हैं कि त्रिपुरा में शांति रहे, यहाँ पे वायलेंस ना हो क्योंकि उससे एजुकेशन इफेक्ट होता है, उससे जॉब इफेक्ट होते हैं और जो स्टेट का डेवलपमेंट है वो बहुत बड़ा मसला है। तस्वीरों में मैं आपको दिखा रहा हूँ, देखिए मुख्यमंत्री मानिक शाह यहाँ पहुंच चुके हैं नुपुर, किसी भी वक्त वोट करेंगे। आप एक सवाल पूछ रहे थे नुपुर टिपरा मोथा को, देखिए टिपरा मोथा प्रद्युत विक्रम सिंह जो कि रॉयल फैमिली से आते हैं, उन्होंने एक पार्टी बनाई है, करीब 47 कैंडिडेट्स उन्होंने मैदान में उतारे हैं। ये वो कैंडिडेट है नुपुर जो ट्राइबल इलाकों में फाइट कर रहे हैं और सीधा सीधा इसका इंपैक्ट जो लेफ्ट पार्टी है उनके वोट बैंक पर पड़ने वाला है क्योंकि जो सीपीएम है उसकी ज्यादातर जो वोट बैंक है वो आउटर एरिया में है जहां पर ट्राइबल्स रहते हैं, जहां पर मजदूर वर्ग रहता है, तो वहां पर टिपरा मोथा बहुत अफेक्ट करेगा। हालांकि बीजेपी के जो वोटर्स हैं उनमें सेंधमारी टिपरा मोथा नहीं करेगी, लेकिन एक बहुत बड़ा इंपैक्ट देखने को मिल सकता है और तीसरी बड़ी पार्टी बनकर टिपरा मोथा नुपुर आ सकती है इलेक्शंस के बाद।
Just another question to that one, Amit. You know, we've seen the BJP say that the Tripura Motha is actually the B team of the CPIM and the Congress. Now, is there an expectation perhaps that the Tripura Motha will cut votes of the BJP or, you know, is it something else that you are feeling on the ground today?
देखिए नुपुर, टिपरा मोथा के लिए कहा जाता है क्योंकि जो सीपीएम का वोट बैंक था वो दलित था, वो SC/SC OBC जो वोट थे, जो कमजोर वर्ग थे, जो गरीब तबका था, वो सीपीएम का वोट बैंक था। लेकिन बीजेपी जब सत्ता में आई नुपुर तो उन्होंने हर किसी को केटर किया, चाहे वो SC हो, ST हो, OBC वोटर्स हो, गरीब हो, जो वो एरिया जहां पर डेवलपमेंट कम हुआ है बीजेपी ने वहां पर भी बेहतर तरीके से काम किया। तो मुझे नहीं लगता नुपुर ग्राउंड पर जाने के बाद कि यहाँ पर मसला टिपरा मोथा का है। दिक्कत यह है कि टिपरा मोथा सीपीएम के ही वोट काटेगी, बीजेपी की सेंधमारी वो नहीं करने वाली है क्योंकि जो यहाँ का यूथ है, यहाँ की जो पब्लिक है नुपुर वो डेवलपमेंट के लिए वोट कर रही है और सबको पता है कि 28 साल में जब यहाँ पर लेफ्ट की गवर्नमेंट थी तो डेवलपमेंट के नाम पर यहाँ पर कुछ भी नहीं हुआ। एक अदद एयरपोर्ट तक अगरतला में नहीं था। जब बीजेपी की सरकार आई तो उन्होंने एयरपोर्ट बनाया और तमाम इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट के काम भी बीजेपी ने किए सत्ता में आने के बाद।
That's true, Amit. You know, the infrastructure development of the Northeast has been a talking point for the BJP, and that's something obviously that voters will keep in mind. Thank you very much for the moment, Amit, for joining us. So Amit Singh joining us live from Agartala. Pictures on your screen are of one of the polling stations in Agartala where the Chief Minister Manik Saha is voting even as we speak. Now, the murder of a soldier in Tamil Nadu's Krishnagiri district has triggered massive outrage in the country. It was on the 8th of February that Lance Naik Prabhu and his brother were attacked by a mob led by a DMK leader. Now, while the police has arrested Chinnaswamy, the DMK leader, there has not been a word from the Congress party or even the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Lance Naik Prabhu's sister-in-law, Priya, spoke to Republic Media Network's editor-in-chief, Arnab Goswami.
Lance Naik Prabhu of the military police was beaten and murdered in Tamil Nadu's Krishnagiri district. A political mob allegedly led by DMK councillor Chinnaswamy attacked Lance Naik Prabhu and his brother 8 days ago.
Two army jawans along with their wives and nephews were extremely heavily attacked by a DMK ward councillor of the Velampatti village in Pochampalli taluk of the Krishnagiri district, and this was over the dispute of the wife using water from a common water tank to wash clothes. When the jawans went to defend the lady of their house, they were brutally attacked by the DMK ward councillor and his family members, his cousins, everybody.
Lance Naik Prabhu's sister-in-law described the heinous nature of the attack.
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்னசாமி எடுத்தோடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா. மிலிட்டரிக்காரன செருப்பால அடிக்கணும் அப்பதான் அடங்குவனி அப்படின்னு சொல்லிருக்காருக்கா.
ஒரே நிமிஷம். So it's very shocking that he actually says that the counselor had actually shown a slipper to the army officer, and he had said, this is what Priya is saying, that he had said that military officers will only listen if we show them the slipper.
Despite a police complaint, the DMK councillor accused of murder was allowed to abscond for a week. Now, with the spotlight on the case, the key accused DMK councillor has finally been arrested. But Chief Minister and DMK Chief Stalin, who has been travelling around Salem and tweeting about it relentlessly, has not uttered a word on this brutality that took place 2 hours away. There has been no word on whether the DMK councillor has been so much as suspended from the party.
This shows the state of law and order in the state of Tamil Nadu under the leadership of M.K. Stalin. Whenever DMK is in power, the law and order will be severely compromised because DMK and its men don't respect the law of the land. And this has gone to the extent of killing an army officer who protects us from all the evils.
The Vadra Congress protests for the British Broadcasting Corporation, but not for an Indian soldier who was killed in a state where they are in power. Now, the BJP has announced that members of the BJP Tamil Nadu ex-servicemen wing wearing their badge and cap will protest against the DMK government. India will fight for our soldiers. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
A look now at what else is making news this morning. The Income Tax Department has carried out survey operations against the BBC India in the national capital and in Mumbai since the past 2 days, as their IT heat against BBC continues. Prime Minister Modi is scheduled to inaugurate the Adi Mahotsav, a mega national tribal festival, today at Major Dhyan Chand Stadium in the national capital. Taking suo motu cognizance of reports on the murder of Nikki Yadav, the Delhi Commission for Women has issued a notice to the Delhi police. The commission has sought the copy of the FIR and details of the accused arrested. A 33-year-old soldier of the Indian Army was beaten to death by a DMK councillor and his aides following a dispute over washing clothes near a water tank in Tamil Nadu's Krishnagiri. Party State President K. Annamalai says that the Tamil Nadu BJP will be staging protests. After massive outrage from citizens' family members, Republic's Impact, the accused DMK councillor Chinnaswamy, has been arrested. He was arrested by the Tamil Nadu police for the alleged murder of an Indian Army Jawan. The polling for the Tripura Assembly elections began this morning at 7 amid tight security. The fate of 259 candidates will be sealed on 60 assembly seats. The Indian Army has appointed Lieutenant General M.V. Suchindra Kumar as the new Army Vice Chief. He said that he has been a part of various important assignments, including the White Knight Corps in Jammu and Kashmir. The remand report submitted by the Enforcement Directorate against Kerala's Chief Minister's former Principal Secretary M. Sivasankar is crucial. WhatsApp chats between him and other accused Swapna Swaresh has been revealed. The report alleges a larger nexus being at play. An MOU on visa exemption for holders of diplomatic and official passports has been signed between India and Fiji. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has said that India and Fiji have close and long-standing ties built on people-to-people linkages. You are watching Republic TV. We slip into a very short break, and still to come, the IT service at the BBC's offices in India continue. And the Nepalese king makes his first public appearance at a program where the demand for monarchy is made.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Light utility helicopter which is being designed and manufactured by the HAL. So a massive development by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited for the light utility helicopter in this particular category, going on to show that India is moving towards Atmanirbharta, and HAL is definitely going on and providing a shot in the arm for the Air Force sector as well.
Kashmiri Pandits are staging protests here in Jammu, demanding the release of their salaries and also the security in the Kashmir Valley. They are saying till the time that the security is not restored, they won't be going back to the Kashmir Valley. But the Jammu and Kashmir police has imposed section 144 in the area, and they have been asked to move away from the area. The protesters have been detained by the Jammu and Kashmir police after several warnings that were given to the Kashmiri Pandits.
The light combat helicopter Prachand, which is indigenously manufactured by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, it's been loaded with rockets and missiles as well. And focusing over here is this turret gun, which has again been manufactured by the HAL. These are 70 mm rockets which will be loaded into the Prachand. 10 of these Prachands have been taken by the Indian Air Force, and 5 of them are with the Indian Army as of now, and we have 15 of them with us. And this definitely puts India on a high pedestal.
सेना के कुछ नेता बीबीसी दफ्तर के बाहर ये लोग बैनर पोस्टर लेकर पहुंचे हुए हैं और लगातार बीबीसी का विरोध ये कर रखे हैं। बीबीसी को लेकर लगातार नारेबाजी इनके द्वारा की जा रही है। और ये देखिए पुलिस जो है अब इनके बैनर पोस्टर लेकर यहाँ से इन्हें हटाने की कोशिश कर रही है। तस्वीरें आप देख लीजिए। और अब पुलिस ने इनसे बैनर पोस्टर ले लिए हैं और यहाँ से इन्हें हटाने की कार्रवाई लगातार चल रही है।
जो देश दशकों से सबसे बड़ा डिफेंस इंपोर्टर था, वो अब दुनिया के 75 देशों को डिफेंस इक्विपमेंट एक्सपोर्ट कर रहा है।
The light combat helicopter Prachand, which is indigenously manufactured by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, it's been loaded with rockets and missiles as well. And focusing over here is this turret gun, which has again been manufactured by the HAL. These are 70 mm rockets which will be loaded into the Prachand. 10 of these Prachands have been taken by the Indian Air Force and 5 of them are with the Indian Army as of now, and we have 15 of them with us, and this definitely puts India on a high pedestal.
A recap of the top headlines at 8:30 this morning. Battle for Tripura intensifies. Polling begins for the first elections of 2023. There's massive anger across India over the murder of a serving army man. DMK councillor arrested after pressure mounts, yet not a single word from the Chief Minister, Stalin. The BBC faces IT heat. Surveys continue at offices in Delhi and Mumbai. Video goes viral of alleged Samajwadi Party leader SP Maurya supporters attacking a Hindu seher. And Nepal's king makes his first public appearance at a program where demand for the monarchy is made. Now, in another Shraddha Walkar-like murder case, a man killed his living partner and stored her body in a refrigerator. Now, what's even more shocking is that on the day of the murder, after storing her body in a refrigerator at a local eatery that was owned by him, he went on to get married to another woman. Here's a detailed report.
The Nikki murder case that has sent shockwaves across the country.
Currently, I am at a location where the fridge has been taken into custody by the Delhi police. This place is called Khao Pio Dhaba. It is in Najafgarh area of Delhi. This is exactly the place. As you can see, Delhi police has put few stickers here, and from inside it there was a fridge from where the body of Nikki was recovered.
Now, CCTV video has emerged in the case. The victim was reportedly seen before the murder. In the CCTV footage, the victim was seen taking the stairs to her rented apartment where she used to live with the accused Sahil Gehlot. The last rites of Nikki were conducted yesterday. The grieving family had this to say.
कभी आपको ऐसा बताया कि कुछ मतलब उसको डर है या कुछ ऐसा कुछ
कभी नहीं बताया किसी बात के बारे में, कभी भी किसी बात के बारे में बताया नहीं।
आपके पास बैठती थी?
हाँ, मेरे बड़ा वो मेरे बगैर तो रह नहीं सके थी। घर आगे सबसे पहले मेरा बाबा किसी बात।
दोनों बहनें एक साथ आई थी या दोनों बहनें एक साथ
एक साथ आई थी।
The DCW chief took cognizance of the matter.
इन्वेस्टिगेशन की जो तमाम बारीकियां होती हैं उस पर हमारी टीम काम कर रही है, जैसे गाड़ी को रिकवर करना, उसकी फोरेंसिक जांच कराना, फ़ोन्स में जो भी डाटा है उसको रिकवर करेंगे, और जो जहाँ जहाँ वो उसको घुमा के लेके गया मर्डर के दौरान वहाँ की कोशिश कर रहे हैं अगर सीसीटीवी फुटेज वगैरह मिल जाए।
Meanwhile, the accused Sahil Gehlot has been arrested and sent to the 5-day custody.
What were your arguments inside the court, if any?
See, right now the matter is in a very initial stage. So it is better that police should investigate the matter. Only then we can comment. The next day, after the remand is over and the accused will be presenting before the court next time, then the matter will be more clear.
First Shraddha and now Nikki. Such gruesome crimes against women have once again forced us to question the women's safety in the national capital. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
And from the IT survey on the BBC to the eviction drive in Assam, the AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi hit out at the BJP government, launching a scathing attack.
अपर आसाम में आसाम के चीफ मिनिस्टर ने लैंडलेस लोगों को पट्टा सर्टिफिकेट दिया। लोअर आसाम में वो क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं आप? क्यों? इसलिए नहीं कर रहे हैं क्योंकि वो सब माइनॉरिटीज़ हैं, मुसलमान हैं, गरीब लोग हैं। अपर आसाम में दे दिया आपने, यहाँ पर क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं आप?
नहीं, बट ऐसा कम्युनल
नहीं, बिल्कुल है। इसलिए कि अपर आसाम में जब आप लैंडलेस लोगों को पट्टा सर्टिफिकेट दे रहे हैं तो वही पॉलिसी को आप लोअर आसाम में इम्प्लीमेंट क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं? मेरा सवाल आसाम की बीजेपी सरकार से है, इनकंसिस्टेंट पॉलिसी कैसा होगी आपकी है? जब लैंडलेस पोर को आप अपर आसाम में दे रहे हैं तो लोअर आसाम में भी दीजिए ना। उनको आप बेघर कर दे रहे हैं, उनको आप रोड पे ला ले रहे हैं, उन फैमिलीज के साथ वो लोग परेशान हैं।
लेकिन सर वहाँ पे सरकार का यही कहना है कि जो इलीगली रह रहे हैं उनका ही एविक्शन, वहाँ वही लोकेलिटी का एविक्शन ड्राइव हो रहा है। ऐसा कोई कास्ट को देख के ऐसा कुछ
नहीं, बिल्कुल हो रहा है। डिलिबरेट एक्शन किया जा रहा है, बायस्ड एटीट्यूड है ये, इसमें कोई डिनाई नहीं कर सकता। और अगर आप नहीं हैं तो आप उनको पट्टा सर्टिफिकेट दीजिए, जैसा आपने अपर आसाम में दिया। यहाँ पर क्यों नहीं देना चाह रहे आप?
सर अभी हाल में हमने देखा कि बीबीसी डॉक्यूमेंट्री जो कहीं सोशल मीडिया से टेक डाउन की गई थी, निकाल दी गई थी, अब आईटी सर्वे हो रहा है बीबीसी ऑफिस में दिल्ली में और मुंबई में। आप इसको किस तरह से देखते हैं?
बीबीसी के उस 2002 के जेनोसाइड को बीबीसी ने दिखाया, उसके बाद प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी की सरकार ने उस पर बैन लगा दिया अंग्रेज़ों के बनाए हुए क़ानून के तहत। और जो लोग नहीं जानते थे, जिसको हम कहते हैं ना मिलेनियन जनरेशन या जनरेशन जी, उनको पता चल गया कि गुजरात में क्या हुआ था। और उसके बाद फिर उनके पास जाकर इनकम टैक्स का वो सर्वे बोलिए, रेड होना, ये बड़ा ही अजीब बात है। क्या अगर वो वीडियो नहीं जारी करते गुजरात के बारे में तो क्या ये सर्वे होता क्या, या ये रेड होता क्या? ये क्वेश्चन हम सरकार से पूछना चाह रहे हैं।
लेकिन आप सरकार पे सवाल उठाया, आप सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट पे सवाल उठा रहे हैं, लेकिन सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के मंत्रियों का यही कहना है कि वो टैक्सेशन रिलेटेड इश्यूज है और इसीलिए बस उन आईटी ऑफिशियल्स जो है वो उनका सर्वे कर रहे हैं, उनका काम कर रहे हैं। वो डॉक्यूमेंट्री और उसके साथ कोई लिंक नहीं है।
LIC और SBI ने काफ़ी इन्वेस्टमेंट किया एक बहुत बड़े इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट के उसमें, और उनकी 40% वेल्थ एक शॉर्ट सेलर हाइडनबर्ग की रिपोर्ट के बाद वाइप आउट हो गई। तो फिर क्या उस पर आप कुछ नहीं बोलेंगे? उस पर आप कुछ नहीं रिएक्ट करेंगे सरकार? ये भी तो क्वेश्चन उठता है ना, जब आप ही कह रहे हैं कि उनके BBC की ये देखना था, वो देखना था। तो और फिर आज BBC के बारे में जब बैन लगाया गया तो सब लोग पुकार कर कह रहे थे BBC ये भाई, जब इमरजेंसी इस देश में इंदिरा गांधी ने लगाई थी, उस वक्त BJP के एक बहुत बड़े लीडर हैं जो आज भी हैं इस दुनिया में, वो तो जेल में अपनी किताब में लिखे कि मैं जेल में BBC रेडियो सुनकर अपने साथियों को बताता था कि ऐसा हो रहा है, ये नहीं हो रहा है, वो हो रहा है। मगर एक बात तो है, देखिए गुजरात में जो कुछ हुआ उसको कोई नहीं भुला सकता। वो एक हिस्टोरिकल फैक्ट है कि जेनोसाइड हुआ वहाँ पर, और आज भी आप देख रहे हैं कि इतने 20 साल के बाद भी बिल्किस बानो अपने इंसाफ के लिए लड़ रही है, तो इसको कौन डिनाई कर सकता है?
And here's a look at the top sports news. The third edition of Khelo India Winter Games concluded in Gulmarg with a grand function attended by over 2,000 participants, including players, tourists and officials of different departments of Jammu and Kashmir. Kashmir, of course, topped the medal tally, bagging 26 gold medals, 25 silver medals and 25 bronze medals, followed by Maharashtra with 13 gold, 8 silver and 6 bronze. The third position was achieved by Himachal. India has clinched a six-wicket victory over the West Indies in the ongoing ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2023 in Newlands in Cape Town. Captain Harmanpreet played a gritty knock of 33 while Richa Ghosh scored an unbeaten 44. Seasoned all-rounder Deepti Sharma became the first Indian international to reach the 100 wickets landmark in T20s. Deepti achieved the feat during India's second group match against the West Indies at the Women's T20 World Cup in Cape Town. Muniba is the first woman from Pakistan to score a T20 International 100 and the sixth to achieve the feat at a World Cup. And she did it all without even a T20 50 to her name. Her previous best in the format was 43. A Bangladesh player at the ongoing Women's T20 World Cup in South Africa was reportedly approached for spot fixing. According to sources, an audio conversation was released which allegedly took place between two Bangladeshi players, one of whom is with the team in South Africa for the mega event, while the other is in Bangladesh, allegedly working as a communication channel between the player and another person. Team India lost the top spot at the ICC Test rankings after claiming it earlier in the day. Team Australia regained the number one spot after just 6 hours of the announcement by the ICC on Wednesday. After India won the first test of the Border Gavaskar Trophy against the Kangaroos, the ICC released the new test rankings. However, in revised test rankings, Australia has claimed the first rank with 126 rating points from 29 matches. And Manipur shrugged off their loss to Meghalaya and won big to keep their hopes to make the knockouts of the 76th National Football Championships for the Santosh Trophy strong and alive. An injury time equalizer by Delhi left the battle for Riyadh Open in Group B, with services made to wait to earn their spot in the semi-finals. The 2023 Ranji Trophy final between Bengal and Saurashtra in Kolkata is set to have a full version of the decision review system. Since the quarterfinals, several teams have demanded such a provision. According to sources, it will be a change from the limited DRS system utilized by the BCCI in 2019-2020 season semi-final and the final. The match begins today. Saurashtra's captain Jaydev Unadkat has on Wednesday said that winning the Ranji Trophy title will be perfect tribute for his state's cricket icon Cheteshwar Pujara on his upcoming 100th Test appearance. Senior India batter Pujara, who made his Test debut in 2010, is set to play his milestone 100th Test against Australia in the second match of the Border Gavaskar series in Delhi. And India has thrashed the UAE 5-0 to register their second win on a trot and virtually seal a spot in the semi-finals of the Asia Mixed Team Badminton Championships in Dubai on Wednesday. Star players PV Sindhu and HS Pranoy were rested after they helped India beat Kazakhstan 5-0 in their opening match on Tuesday. Akarshi Kashyap and Lakshya Sen took their place in the women's and men's singles respectively on Wednesday. Now, on day 3 of the Aero India 2023, the Defence Minister organised two major events, Manthan to showcase technology innovations by startups and Bandhan that encourages signing of MOUs, technology transfers among companies, product launches and other announcements.
The city of Bengaluru is synonymous with startups, and we have one of them, which is the Gopalan Aerospace, where they have gone on to manufacture state-of-the-art technology, AX2 Predator drones as well. But before we go on, give a lowdown about what this drone has and what are its capabilities. We also have the director of Gopalan Aerospace. Let's go across and speak to Mr. Prabhakar Gopalan. You know, first and foremost, this is a Bengaluru-based company, and we are definitely happy with that brand Bengaluru is getting established. So how did you venture into aerospace, and why did Gopalan feel the need to venture into aerospace?
See, we have been predominantly in real estate builders in Bangalore, but we foresaw the vision of Prime Minister with the Make in India policy and the incentives given for defense manufacturing in India. So 4 years back we we diversified and started defense manufacturing here. We had some tie-up with Israeli companies, IAEA and Rafael. We started with initially manufacturing small parts. Now we specialize in loitering munition, drones. We also do agriculture drones and radars in India now. So we have a full-fledged manufacturing unit in Bangalore.
Okay. Now, so specifically speaking about the AX2 drone, as the AX2 loitering munition, to be honest, now we get to understand that you have already signed an agreement with Slovakia and you have manufactured these drones now. So you want to be 100% indigenous now. So when do you look to achieve that target?
See, this loitering munition is done with the specification given by the Indian Army. Indian Army has approved our product. So we'll be on field trial from 1st of March. So as of now, with the Make in India policy, 60 to 70% has to be done in India. So we have already achieved 70% of indigenization here. So by in a year's time, we start looking at manufacturing the engine as well here. But now, by 1st of March, once it goes for trial, once trials are approved, then we start manufacturing for the army. Okay. This is most needed because today we are looking at smart warfare. So it's just not about firing into unknown territory. It is more of fixed target out of sight. So that's what we are looking at achieving.
So mainly you are looking at precision as well, but also defining what it is to. So if you could just give us a lowdown about the AX2 Predator drones, more of called as the kamikaze drones now.
Yeah. This kamikaze drone has got a range of 80 kilometers with a payload of 26 kgs. The warhead capacity is around 4 kilos here in this. It has got a speed of 300 kilometers per hour. And it is very precise. The target precision is close to 1 feet is the target precision.
The light combat aircraft Tejas is definitely the star attraction even at the Indian pavilion as well as the people too. But now Argentina and Malaysia have expressed interest stating that they want to procure the Tejas Mark 1A. Presently the Tejas that we are seeing out here on the display is the one having the Mark 1 engine. But now Argentina and Malaysia are potential buyers who have shown a lot of interest in this light combat aircraft, which is indigenously and 100% manufactured in India, which will definitely go on and provide the much needed boost for the defense, the Indian defense sector, and also going on to create a whole new ecosystem and a chain of thoughts as well. Because now going ahead and looking at it, we are also expecting the Tejas with the Mark II engine to debut between 2026 to 2027, according to the chief manager of projects for the LCA division of the Tejas as well. So all said and done, definitely this is not only the people's favorite but also a favorite among countries. And now finally it will be Argentina and Malaysia who may go on to ink a deal with the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, as we were stating earlier, and also providing the much needed boost to the Indian defense sector. With video journalist Bhagat Prajwal Prasad reporting for Republic, Bengaluru.
You are watching Republic TV. We slip into a very short break. On the other side, we bring you the latest that's coming in from elections that are being held in Tripura.
जो देश दशकों से सबसे बड़ा डिफेंस इंपोर्टर था, वो अब दुनिया के 75 देशों को डिफेंस इक्विपमेंट एक्सपोर्ट कर रहा है।
Why, sir? But why?
No, I don't.
We'll speak, sir.
No, I won't speak.
About your statement.
No, I won't speak.
That you made yesterday.
No, I don't want to speak. Go, please. I don't want to speak.
What's wrong in that?
I don't want to speak. That's all. Why do you want to force me?
No, yeah, I'm not forcing you. I'm
Yes,
just
you're telling
asking
me
you.
to speak. I
No,
don't
no.
want to speak.
Actually, you have made this statement
Let's go
yesterday.
band karo camera.
I'm just asking. Actually, folks have made this statement yesterday, and are you still stand with your statement?
light utility helicopter which is being designed and manufactured by the HAL. So a massive development by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited for the light utility helicopter in this particular category, going on to show that India is moving towards Atmanirbharta, and HAL is definitely going on and providing a shot in the arm for the Air Force sector as well.
Kashmiri Pandits are staging Kashmiri Pandits are staging protests here in Jammu, demanding the release of their salaries and also the security in the Kashmir Valley. They are saying till the time that the security is not restored, they won't be going back to the Kashmir Valley. But the Jammu and Kashmir police has imposed section 144 in the area, and they have been asked to move away from the area. The protesters have been detained by the Jammu and Kashmir police after several warnings that were given to the Kashmiri Pandits.
It has been a never-ending war from Russia, as the country strikes again, and this time it targets a 5-story residential building in Ukrainian city of Pokrovsk, injuring at least 12, which left everyone in lurch. Meanwhile, the emergency services, after concluding their rescue operation, confirmed the loss of 3 lives. According to officials, the attack was carried out using a Soviet-era unguided Smerch multiple-launch rocket system. Remember, earlier Russia struck another residential building, killing several, while Kremlin said that they do not target residential apartments. Notably, Ukraine's Governor Krylenko said that the victims of the shelling would be provided with temporary housing, clothing, food and other necessities. Agency report, Republic TV.
And coming up next, the BBC faces IT heat. Surveys continue at offices in Delhi and Mumbai. Nepal's king makes his first public appearance at a program where the demand for monarchy is raised.
The light combat helicopter Prachand, which is indigenously manufactured by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, it's been loaded with rockets and missiles as well, and focusing over here is this turret gun, which has again been manufactured by the HAL. These are 70 mm rockets which will be loaded into the Prachand. 10 of these Prachands have been taken by the Indian Air Force and 5 of them are with the Indian Army as of now, and we have 15 of them with us. And this definitely puts India on a high pedestal.
हिंदुसेना के कुछ नेता बीबीसी दफ्तर के बाहर ये लोग बैनर पोस्टर लेकर पहुंचे हुए हैं और लगातार बीबीसी का विरोध ये कर रखे हैं। बीबीसी को लेकर लगातार नारेबाजी इनके द्वारा की जा रही है। और ये देखिए, पुलिस जो है अब इनके बैनर पोस्टर लेकर यहां से इन्हें हटाने की कोशिश कर रही है। तस्वीरें आप देख लीजिए, और अब पुलिस ने इनसे बैनर पोस्टर ले लिए हैं और यहां से इन्हें हटाने की कार्रवाई लगातार चल रही है।
जो देश दशकों से सबसे बड़ा डिफेंस इंपोर्टर था, वो अब दुनिया के 75 देशों को डिफेंस इक्विपमेंट एक्सपोर्ट कर रहा है।
Why, sir? But why?
No, don't.
We'll speak, sir.
No, I won't.
About your statement.
No, I won't.
That you made yesterday.
No, I don't want to speak. Go, please. I don't want to speak.
What's wrong in that?
I don't want to speak. That's all. Why do you want to force me?
No, I'm not forcing you. I'm just asking you.
To speak.
No. Actually, you have made this statement
इसको बंद
yesterday.
करो यहाँ से कैमरा
I'm just asking. Actually, folks have made this statement yesterday, and are you still stand with your statement?
Light utility helicopter which is being designed and manufactured by the HAL. So a massive development by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited for the light utility helicopter in this particular category, going on to show that India is moving towards Atmanirbharta, and HAL is definitely going on and providing a shot in the arm for the Air Force sector as well.
तो सनब्लिंग ने मर्चेंट से मतलब हुमायूं से ये कांटेक्ट किया
और उसको जो अमाउंट के 250 करोड़ जैसा अभी मेरे पास वो भी पेपर नहीं है।
हाँ।
तो वो लोग उसको दे दिया,
जबकि आपका एमओयू ऑलरेडी ट्रस्ट के साथ था। उसके बीच में ही सनब्लिंग ने मर्चेंट से बात की, हुमायूं मर्चेंट से बात करने के बाद उन्होंने जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है वो कर लिया।
Welcome back. You are watching Republic TV. Now, the Assam government has renewed its eviction drive that is taking place in the wildlife sanctuary in Sonitpur district. Here's more on what's happening.
Eviction drive or bulldozing of concrete structures during encroachment free drive is not a new thing. However, what we are witnessing that this time the government of Assam is following a different model. They are also chopping down the revenue earning trees. We are getting to know that due to the revenue earning trees, often the encroachers come back and resettle in the area. However,
there has been a massive crackdown against illegal land encroachers in Assam as the state government launched an eviction drive. The anti-encroachment drive will today enter its third day as it has been taking place since past 2 days. According to the reports, the Charchapuri area under Burachapuri Wildlife Sanctuary, encroachments in 1900 hectares of land will be demolished. It is to be said that over 2500 houses, mosques and illegal school buildings were illegally constructed on the government's land. Notices have already been served to the people living in these areas to vacate the land. Heavy security has been deployed to avoid any untoward incident.
Are now witnessing a massive eviction drive in Burachapuri Wildlife Sanctuary, where approximately 1800 hectares of land was illegally occupied or was in illegal occupation of more than 2500 families. Many concrete structures have been brought down in the last 24 hours. The eviction drive started yesterday early morning and will continue till tomorrow evening.
Not only did the lands get encroached in the past few days, but the revenue trees had also been bulldozed. Meanwhile, this is the third eviction drive by the Assam government in the state in a span of 2 months. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Well, that's all we have time for on the Morning Express, but live and breaking is coming up next, and here's what we are getting you. Outrage across the country in India as the country demands justice for Lance Nayak Prabhu Singh. And 2 people are dead in a tragic helicopter crash in Alabama. Authorities say an investigation is underway.
light utility helicopter which has been designed and manufactured by the HAL. So a massive development by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited for the light utility helicopter in this particular category, going on to show that India is moving towards Atmanirbharta, and HAL is definitely going on and providing a shot in the arm for the Air Force sector as well.
Kashmiri Pandits are staging protests here in Jammu, demanding the release of their salaries and also the security in the Kashmir Valley. They are saying till the time that the security is not restored, they won't be going back to the Kashmir Valley. But the Jammu and Kashmir police has imposed section 144 in the area, and they have been asked to move away from the area. The protesters have been detained by the Jammu and Kashmir police after several warnings that were given to the Kashmiri Pandits.
The light combat helicopter Prachand, which is indigenously manufactured by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, it's been loaded with rockets and missiles as well. And focusing over here is this turret gun, which has again been manufactured by the HAL. These are 70 rockets which will be loaded into the Prachand. 10 of these Prachands have been taken by the Indian Air Force, and 5 of them are with the Indian Army as of now, and we have 15 of them with us. And this definitely puts India on a high pedestal.
सेना के कुछ नेता बीबीसी दफ्तर के बाहर ये लोग बैनर पोस्टर लेकर पहुंचे हुए हैं और लगातार बीबीसी का विरोध ये कर रखे हैं। बीबीसी को लेकर लगातार नारेबाजी इनके द्वारा की जा रही है। और ये देखिए पुलिस जो है अब इनके बैनर पोस्टर लेकर यहाँ से इन्हें हटाने की कोशिश कर रही है। तस्वीरें आप देख लीजिए, और अब पुलिस ने इनसे बैनर पोस्टर ले लिए हैं और यहाँ से इन्हें हटाने की कार्रवाई लगातार चल रही है।
जो देश दशकों से सबसे बड़ा डिफेंस इंपोर्टर था, वो अब दुनिया के 75 देशों को डिफेंस इक्विपमेंट एक्सपोर्ट कर रहा है।
Why, sir? But why?
No, don't.
We'll speak, sir.
No, I won't speak.
About your statement.
No, I won't speak.
That you made yesterday.
No, I don't want to speak. Go, please. I don't want to speak.
What's wrong in that?
I don't want to speak. That's all. Why do you want to force me?
No, I'm not forcing you. I'm
Yes,
just
you're telling
asking
me
you.
to speak.
No. Actually, you have made this statement
That's
yesterday.
what I'm camera.
I'm just.
The headlines at 9 a.m. Fate of 259 candidates on the line as first big election of 2023 gets underway. Outrage across the country as India demands justice for Lance Naik Prabhu Singh. Republic's relentless coverage forces action. DMK councillor arrested, but Stalin dons silence. BBC continues to face IT heat. Surveys at offices in Mumbai and national capital. Two dead in tragic helicopter crash in Alabama. Authorities say investigation underway. Nepal king makes first public appearance. Demands of monarchy made. Hello and welcome. You're watching Live and Breaking here on Republic. I'm Rukma with you, and we start off with a top story of the incident on February 8th that has rocked the entire country. when soldier Lance Naik Prabhu Singh got into a heated argument with DMK leader Chinnasamy. Following this, Chinnasamy, along with 9 others, allegedly attacked the soldier and his brother. Republic's relentless coverage has now forced action, and Chinnasamy has been placed under arrest. The anger is palpable. In a latest, the BJP is set to stage a protest against the DMK over its inaction in the case. And joining me now is Prajwal. Prajwal joining me from Krishnagiri, where the incident took place, and also with me is Aneri. First of all, going across to Prajwal. Prajwal, what can you tell us about the action that was taken after Republic's relentless coverage and the situation now?
Republic has gone on with this campaign, Justice for Lance Naik Prabhu, and right now I'm outside his residence as well, where people are standing in large numbers, coming outside, gathering and stating that they want justice for the son of the soil, because he was not only, he was not only from Velampalli, but he is also the son of India, because he was a soldier, a serving soldier in the Indian Army at the 36th Regiment of the MCP, which is posted in Srinagar now. So right now we will also go try and have a conversation with Prabhakar, who is the brother of Lance Naik Prabhu, who is also a serving soldier in the Indian Army as well, where both the brothers had dedicated their lives to serving the nation. And when they were on at a time that they wanted to go on and serve the nation, such a tragedy has struck the entire family. Right now this is the residence of Lance Naik Prabhu, where they are all seated here mourning, a mark of silent protest. This is the mother of Lance Naik Prabhu, who's been crying, wailing continuously. There's the prayers have already been offered, the respects have been given to Lance Naik Prabhu here, but they still state that they want justice. And you can see that the mother is wailing uncontrollably, because she says that she needs justice for her son, who is there to give justice, and arrest will not matter now, and punishment should be given to all these people, and especially to those who messed with the Indian Army and they brutally went on to attack Lance Naik Prabhu with iron rods and stones, and they dragged him out of this very house where I am standing. We also have the father on the screens, Mr. Madappa, who is the father of Lance Naik Prabhu. Let me go across and question him, because at this point of time the mother is inconsolable. ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಯಾವ ತಾರೀಕಾಯ್ತು ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಗಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ the father is saying that he's shocked, so therefore he does not want to communicate at this point of time. But let me also go across and speak to Prabhakar, who is the brother of Lance Naik Prabhu. His condition is actually a bit worse, and he has just come back from the hospital. We'll try to go on and speak to him as well. Sir, namaste sir. Sir, क्या हुआ था सर? फेब 8 तारीख पे क्या हुआ था? आपका ऊपर भी असॉल्ट हुआ, आपका बाइक का ऊपर भी असॉल्ट हुआ. क्या बोलना चाहती है सर आप इस डीएम की गुंडागिरी का ऊपर?
सर मेरे ऊपर मैं और मेरा मम्मी भाई तीनों जो यहाँ पे सिंटेक्स है वहाँ पे कपड़ा धुलाई कर रहे थे तब आके उसने मेरे से बोल रहा था कपड़ा दूर हटा लेना. मैं बोला ठीक है हटा लूँगा. वापस मेरे मम्मी से मैं बात कर रहा था, बोला मेरे मम्मी के पैर भी धो रहे हैं, कार कपड़े सब कुछ धो रहे हैं, इधर ही है, हम ये एक कपड़ा है निकाल के चले जाते हैं करके मैंने मम्मी को बताया. मम्मी के पास आकर पीछे से आया, वो सीधा मेरे को गाली दिया. गाली देते प्लस पीछे से नीचे से चप्पल उठा के मारने के लिए दौड़ के आया. वहाँ पे अगल बगल वालों पूरे मेरे को संभाल के वो लेके आ गए. वहाँ पे तो कुछ नहीं हुआ. फिर शाम को 5:30 बजे आसपास, 5 से 5:30 बजे के आसपास पापा और उसका दोस्त ये दोनों रोड पे घर के सामने यहाँ पे दोनों बात कर रहे थे. वो इस रास्ते से आ रहा था. ठीक, बात करते करते वो पापा को देख के अपना पापा का नाम लेके वो गाली देने लग गया. पापा मेरे को भाई को अंदर कर लेके आ गया। पापा बाहर खड़ा था, उनका भाई उनका सभी लोग आके पापा को सीधा आके चाकू से यहाँ मार दिया। पापा को मार दिया यहाँ पे चाकू से। पापा को मारते नीचे गिर गया पापा। मैं और भाई तो सबसे लास्ट में आया था उसको। मैं सीधा नीचे बाहर भी नहीं गया। मेरे को ऐसे 6 लोग लेके पकड़ के उससे चले गए।
सर टोटल कितने लोग थे सर? आपका ऊपर हमला किया ना सर, कितने लोग थे सर और किससे हमला किया? क्या कुछ वेपन्स यूज किया आपको स्टैब करने के लिए और प्रभु सर को स्टैब करने के लिए?
सर मेरे को मारे थे सर, चाकू से मारे थे यहाँ पे, ये पूरा प्लस यहाँ प्लस इस पीछे ये यहाँ पे। मेरे को लकड़ी डंडा से मारा प्लस चाकू से मारा। भाई को मेरा जो लोहे वाला राड है राड से मारा, चाकू से यहाँ पे मार दिया भाई को। पापा को चाकू में मारा, यहाँ पहले मार दिया पापा को, नीचे गिर गया। मैं बाहर गया, मेरे को लेके चला गया, मेरे को मारते मेरे को भी होश नहीं है। प्लस भाई मेरे को बचाने के लिए दौड़ के आया था। उसको किसी को मारा नहीं ना किसी को कुछ गाली दिया। उसका ये कि पीछे मारते वो उधर ही गिर गया। नीचे गिरना के बाद भी उसको मार रहे पकड़ के। अभी आर्मी वालों को मेरे को देख के बोल रहे हैं तू आर्मी में तो मेरा बाल भी उखाड़ नहीं सकता, मेरा बाल भी नहीं उखाड़ सकता करके मेरे को बोल के मेरे भाई को मार दिया। अभी मेरे को क्या करूँ, मैं कुछ नहीं है। अभी मैं भी फौज में नहीं जाऊँगा, मैं नहीं जाऊँगा सर। अभी
सर आप एक सिपाही है, आप एक सोल्जर है, हिम्मत नहीं हारना है सर। अभी लड़ाई बाग पूरा नहीं हुआ है सर, बहुत दूर जाना है हम भी। और सर आप क्या मांग है सर आपको इस गवर्नमेंट का साथ? डीएमके का चीफ मिनिस्टर है स्टालिन, उसका पार्टी का काउंसलर आपका ऊपर हमला करता है। ये लोग दिन दहाड़े गुंडागिरी करता है, तो उसका साथ आपका मांग क्या है सर? और आप कुछ मदद चाहता है सर इंडियन आर्मी से? आप आर्मी को अप्रोच कर सकते हैं सर, क्योंकि हमको एसपी ने बोला, कृष्णगिरी एसपी ने बोला है आर्मी लोग भी उसका ऊपर बहुत प्रेशर डाल रहे हैं, इसलिए एक्शन लिया था। और वही बोल दिया कृष्णगिरी एसपी ने। तो आप आर्मी का साथ क्या रिक्वेस्ट करना है सर? क्योंकि आप यू आर स्टिल अ सर्विंग सोल्जर एंड वी वांट टू टेल यू दैट यू शुड नॉट लूज करेज एंड यू शुड गो अहेड विद दिस फाइट, बिकॉज इफ दिस कैन हैपन टू एन आर्मी मैन नोबडी इज सेफ।
उनको पूरे को पनिशमेंट चाहिए सर। जितने भी मारे थे, जितने भी पकड़े थे, उनको पूरे को पनिशमेंट चाहिए। 2 लड़की सर, छोटे छोटे बच्चे, 3 साल का, 1 6 महीना का है सर। इनको क्या करूं सर मैं बताओ। उनका भी कुछ नहीं है, 4 साल हुआ उसका शादी होके, 26 साल का है सर। वो क्या कर रहा है सर बताओ। कुछ नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ सर, मैं अकेला हूँ सर, अकेला हूँ सर, कुछ नहीं है सर। अब
सर एक आखिरी सवाल सर आपको। आपका ऊपर हमला हुआ सर, 9 लोग हमला किया सर आपका ऊपर, पर कितने लोग देख रहा था सर? पब्लिक भी कुछ भी नहीं किया सर?
कुछ नहीं किया सर, पब्लिक कुछ नहीं किया सर, पब्लिक कुछ नहीं किया सर, पूरा देख रहे थे। क्यों जितना भी मार रहे थे, कम से कम 6 परिवार है सर उनमें, 6 परिवार है। 6 परिवार, उनका भाई सिस्टर वगैरह, जिसको सिस्टर से शादी करके दिया वो इन्होंने आगे मारे थे सर।
सर कौन सी पार्टी का लोग थे सर? ये हम जानना चाहते हैं, हमारे व्यूअर्स भी जानना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि भारत पूछ रहा है सर कौन सी लोगो पार्टी का है, कौन सी पॉलिटिशियन है?
डीएमके का सर।
डीएमके का
सर, तमिल में बोलते हैं सर तिमुका। डीएमके वाला पार्टी है, पूरे जितने भी थे वो डीएमके वाली पार्टी है सर, एक दूसरे कोई नहीं है, वही है, पूरे 6 के 6 परिवार वही है सर।
सर आप तमिलनाडु चीफ मिनिस्टर स्टालिन को कुछ बोलना चाहता है सर?
इनको देख लो सर, इनको कुछ मदद करो, मेरे को नहीं करना। जो 2 बच्चे हैं उनको करो सर, उनका करने के लिए बस इतना ही हेल्प मांग रहा हूँ और कुछ नहीं मांगूंगा।
ठीक है सर, ठीक है। going ahead and looking at what Mr. Prabhakar, the brother of the deceased Lance Naik Prabhu, is speaking, it is definitely quite sad that such a sorry state of affairs is being seen in the state of Tamil Nadu, requesting action by the government of Tamil Nadu as well. So all said and done, we will have to see as to what sort of concrete action will be taken, that the accused are already behind bars. Over to you in the studios, Rukma.
Well, stay with us, Prajwal, and thank you very much for that detailed report. More details emerging as a result of that. Going across to Aneri now, who's joining us from Chennai. Aneri, you just heard the family members of the murdered soldier, Lance Naik Prabhu. They've clearly said that it was DMK workers who attacked him. Give us a sense of the kind of reaction this is getting, because we have yet to hear from the Chief Minister, but after the arrest of the councillor Chinnaswamy, what are the reactions that are coming in?
Well, Rukma, as you rightly pointed out, after the incident took place, we saw that how there was arrest of Chinnaswamy along with few others was made by the police officials. But then now the larger question remains is that why is the DMK government silent? Why there is no response? Well, let me tell you, there is no reply from the DMK government, no answers from the DMK government yet over all of this incident, where we are seeing that how there has been a massive anger from the opposition, where we are seeing that they say that they will continue to stage protests demanding justice, and also not to forget how after a relentless coverage, after a relentless campaign by Republic, we see that finally Chinnaswamy along with few others were arrested in this particular case where Lance Naik Prabhu was murdered, and also how his family members were also attacked. We also just heard the brother of Lance Naik Prabhu, where he was seen very clearly saying that it was the DMK workers, DMK leaders who attacked them, and that led to the death of Lance Naik Prabhu. But definitely we are seeing that there's no reply from the DMK government yet over this incident, which has turned out to a big one.
Well, many thanks, Aneri, and thanks to Prajwal as well for joining us on that story. And let's shift focus now. It's the big Tripura elections, setting the stage for election season. Polling is underway in 60 seats, Tripura, in a multi-cornered contest in which the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party and Indigenous People's Front of Tripura, that's one alliance. It's a three-cornered contest. Remember, viewers, it is facing a challenge from an alliance of the left and the Congress and the Tripura Indigenous Progressive Regional Alliance, MOTA, which has emerged as the new entrant in the political battle for this northeastern state. Results for the elections will be announced on the 2nd of March, and a total of a little over 28 lakh voters will decide the fate of 259 candidates in the fray. And let's listen in to some reactions coming in. Polling is underway in full swing.
Who says? Let them speak. Let them speak. The result will speak.
मानिक जी, सबसे बड़ी चुनौती क्या है इस पर?
कोई चुनौती नहीं। कोई चुनौती।
বলছি একাধিক জায়গা থেকে খুব কম সংখ্যক অভিযোগ আসছে, যেটা উপনির্বাচন বা পুরভোটে দেখা গিয়েছিল প্রচুর অভিযোগ।
দেখুন এইগুলো তো ইনস্টিগেট कर रहे हैं, ওরাই করছে। কাজে ন্যাচারালি আমাদের তরফ থেকে তো কোনো অবস্থায় আমরা এগুলো বলি না। लास्ट ईयर जितना मिला है इससे ज्यादा मिलेगा इस बार।
सीपीएम और कांग्रेस पे गठबंधन पे लड़ रहे हैं सर इस बार, उसमें कुछ टिप्पणी?
इससे क्या फर्क पड़ेगा? ये अनहोली अलायंस है, कोई फायदा नहीं होगा इससे। ये और कम
कल रात को बॉम्बिंग हुआ है, सीपीएम एलिगेशन कर रहे हैं।
आप देखो बॉम्बिंग का कल्चर कौन किया था पहले? सीपीएम कर रहे थे, कांग्रेस कर रहे थे, ये लोग जानबूझकर ये कर रहे हैं। हम लोग को मालूम था और प्रशासन जरूर काम करेंगे। अभी तो माने इलेक्शन कमीशन के अंडर में है, लेकिन हमारा तरफ से हम बार बार हमारा जो कार्यकर्ता है इनको हम लोग कह दिए इसमें इंस्टिगेशन में नहीं फंसना है, और हम लोग चाहते नहीं। आप जानते हैं उनका कल्चर क्या है, सीपीएम का क्या कल्चर था, कांग्रेस का क्या कल्चर था, जानबूझकर ये सब करते हैं। इनका कुछ नहीं होगा, ये सब देखिए 5 साल के बाद हमेशा आता रहता है दूसरा।
अब ये मेरा कहने का मतलब यही है, अभी जो वोट शांतिपूर्ण हो रहा है, 4 बजे से जो होने से त्रिपुरा में बस शांति बस सुकून मिल जाएगा। ठीक है, कुछ दिन पहले वो वोट इलेक्शन हो रहा, बाई इलेक्शन भी हो रहा है, हुआ पुराने भी वोट हुआ, शांतिपूर्ण वोट नहीं हुआ। अभी जो वोट हो रहा है ना, अब लाइन देखे कितना लाइन चल रहा है, तभी शांतिपूर्ण होने से पुराने निगम में हम वोट नहीं दिया नहीं, बाई इलेक्शन में वोट नहीं दिया। अभी आज असली इलेक्शन में हम वोट दे रहे हैं, ये मेरा खुशी है। सारा त्रिपुरा में शांति मिल जाएगा, शांति आ जाएगा। हाँ, वोट देने के जो पार्टी आएगा, जो सीट में बैठेगा, वो सारा त्रिपुरा में शांति के कायम आ जाएगा, डेवलपमेंट हो जाएगा, बहुत कुछ हो रहा है। शांति होने से सब कुछ शांति मिल जाएगा। हम शांतिपुरा में आर टाउन बरदाली, मोहम्मद रफीक मियाँ।
बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस है, मतलब फर्स्ट टाइम दे रही हूँ तो बहुत एक्साइटमेंट है कि कैसा होने वाला है, मतलब प्रोसीड्योर एंड ऑल, तो बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस है। बहुत ज़रूरी है, हमारी ये फंडामेंटल राइट है कि हम भी कुछ कंट्रीब्यूट करें टू द स्टेट, कि कौन हमारे रिप्रेजेंटेटिव बने इन द स्टेट, एंड बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है कि डेवलपमेंट एंड फॉर एवरीथिंग इन द स्टेट।
Absolutely, very important. It's a constitutional right as well as a constitutional duty. इसीलिए सुबह सुबह उठ के आ गए सब पूरे फैमिली के साथ। क्या आशाएं हैं उनसे? Being someone of my age group, I would say more jobs in the city. When I say jobs, just not government jobs, right? Private players should come up into the state as well. That would change the economic condition, the stature which we stand right now, and most importantly, I'd say no post-war violence. We have seen in last 2 elections, not only in 18, even 13. I'm old enough to remember all this. So that's all. What else?
And breaking news coming in now from Thane in Maharashtra. A fatal attack on Thane Municipal Corporation Assistant Commissioner Mahesh Ahir. That's what we are hearing. He was attacked and an FIR has been registered. Among those in the dock, among those who have an FIR now against their names is NCP leader Jitendra Ohad. Mahesh Ahir is considered the domineering Assistant Commissioner of the Thane Municipal Encroachment Department. Well, he's supposed to be one of the main men of the Thane Municipal Encroachment Department. And to take us through actually what happened, because details as yet are still sketchy. Viewers, you can see the visuals there, is Sandeep, my colleague with me. Sandeep, what can you tell us about the entire incident? What are the details that are emerging? Although we do hear that an FIR has been lodged against those who were responsible.
Yes, Rukma, a case has been in fact filed at Naupada Police Station in Thane with sections of IPC 353, 307, 332, 5062, 143, 148, 149 and 120B, and also Arms Act of 325, 425 of IPC has been pressed against the miscreants and the supporters of NCP leader and the former cabinet minister Jitendra Awad, and also Awad is also booked into this case. And as per the information that we have received is that there was an audio clip that was viral wherein Mahesh Ahir allegedly conspired and ordered a few of the sharpshooters sitting in jail to order to kill the son-in-law of Jitendra Awad, following which there was a lot of anger in the supporters of Jitendra Awad. Hence, they took this step and, in fact, assaulted physically the Assistant Municipal Commissioner of Thane. And, in fact, there is no confirmation of the audio clip. But, yes, after this audio clip was viral in social media, the NCP supporter and Awad supporter got aggressive and, in fact, physically assaulted the Assistant Municipal Commissioner Mahesh Ahir. In fact, the police had to take out the gun, and in fact, then he was able to, in fact, they were in fact able to save him. Although it is a very shocking incident wherein Assistant Municipal Commissioner has been beaten so brutally by NCP supporters.
Right, brutally beaten, but as of now, some action has been taken. Among those in the dock are NCP leader Jitendra Awad. But there is a background. Many thanks, Sandeep, for joining us there and for bringing us all those details. Viewers, let's take a look and listen to that video that we have once again of the entire incident. And let's take a look now at some international news. Republican Nikki Haley kicks off her 2024 presidential campaign. Haley cast herself as a figure for generational change. Pakistan hikes prices of petrol and gas to appease International Monetary Fund for unlocking critical loan tranche. International Monetary Fund predicts global inflation set to drop this year amid subpar economic growth. Death toll in the earthquakes in Turkey and Syria crosses 40,000. Authorities say 35,000 have lost their lives in Turkey and 5,500 in Syria. With the full-scale war in Ukraine about to enter its second year, UN appeals for $5.6 billion to ease the plight of the millions of people affected. And time now for a short break. Coming up on the other side, BBC continues to face IT heat. Surveys at its offices in Mumbai and the national capital. Also coming up, 2 dead in tragic helicopter crash in Alabama. Authorities say investigation underway.
The development of a nation is influenced by education.
Education that does not enable independent thinking and knowing is devoid of something fundamental.
Education helps implement effective social reforms.
Focus more on the fundamentals like the skills of decision making, mental models, or love towards reading.
Education's main purpose is to build the necessary skills which help us to succeed in life.
Catch the special episode of Read India celebration this weekend only on Republic TV.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
जो देश दशकों से सबसे बड़ा डिफेंस इंपोर्टर था, वो अब दुनिया के 75 देशों को डिफेंस इक्विपमेंट एक्सपोर्ट कर रहा है।
Why, sir? But why?
No, don't.
We'll speak, sir.
No, I won't speak.
About your statement.
No, I won't speak.
That you made yesterday.
No, I don't want to speak. Go, please. I don't want to speak.
What's wrong in that?
I don't want to speak. That's all. Why do you want to force me?
No, yeah, I'm not forcing you. I'm
Yes,
just
you're telling
asking
me
you.
to speak. I
No,
don't
no.
want to speak.
Actually, you have made this statement
That's
yesterday.
what band karo aise camera.
I'm just asking. Actually, Fox have made this statement yesterday, and are you still stand with your statement? Light utility helicopter which is being designed and manufactured by the HAL. So a massive development by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited for the light utility helicopter in this particular category, going on to show that India is moving towards Atmanirbharta, and HAL is definitely going on and providing a shot in the arm for the Air Force sector as well.
Kashmiri Pandits are staging protests here in Jammu, demanding the release of their salaries and also the security in the Kashmir Valley. They are saying till the time that the security is not restored, they won't be going back to the Kashmir Valley. But the Jammu and Kashmir police has imposed section 144 in the area, and they have been asked to move away from the area. The protesters have been
तो सनब्लिंग ने मर्चेंट से मतलब हुमायूं से ये कांटेक्ट किया
और उसको जो अमाउंट 200 करोड़ ऐसा अभी मेरे पास वो भी पेपर नहीं है।
हाँ।
तो वो लोग उसको दे दिया,
जबकि आपका एमओयू ऑलरेडी ट्रस्ट के साथ था। उसके बीच में ही सनब्लिंग ने मर्चेंट से बात की, हुमायूं मर्चेंट से बात करने के बाद उन्होंने जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है वो कर लिया।
A very good morning. Thanks for tuning in. We are live and breaking. I'm Samiksha Srivastava. Let's get started with the top headlines this Thursday morning. Fate of 259 candidates on the line as the big election of 2023 gets underway. Outrage across the country as India demands justice for Lance Naik Prabhu Singh. Republic's relentless coverage forces action. DMK councillor arrested, but Stalin dons silence. BBC continues to face IT heat surveys at offices in Mumbai and national capital for third consecutive day. Two dead in tragic helicopter crash in Alabama. Authorities say investigation underway. Nepal king makes first public appearance, demands of monarchy made. All right, we begin with our top focus. Polling is underway in Tripura in a multi-cornered contest in which the ruling BJP and Indigenous People's Front of Tripura is facing challenge from an alliance of the left and the Congress. So 60 seats that are up for grabs. In Tripura, a three-cornered fight in battleground Tripura as we speak. 60 seats up for grabs in which 259 candidates in the fray. In battleground Tripura, remember BJP is looking to retain power in the state, whereas the left Congress have formed an alliance seeking to oust the BJP. Meanwhile, a third contender has also emerged in Tripura as we speak. So the polling is underway. 60 seats, of course, up for grabs. 59 candidates are in fray. Polling taking place in more than 3,300 polling stations. And 28 lakh voters will cast their votes today. The visuals, of course, coming in right now of the polling that began at 7 a.m. this morning. A reaction that has also come in from the incumbent Chief Minister Manik Saha. Let's listen in.
Who said? Let them speak. Let them speak. The result will speak.
मानिक जी सबसे बड़ी चुनौती क्या है इसका?
कोई चुनौती नहीं।
চুনৌতি क्या है?
कोई चुनौती।
বলছি একাধিক জায়গা থেকে খুব কম সংখ্যক অভিযোগ আসছে যেটা উপনির্বাচন বা পুরোপুরি দেখা গিয়েছিল প্রচুর
দেখুন এইগুলো তো ইনস্টিগেট कर रहे हैं ওরাই করছে কাজে ন্যাচারালি আমাদের তরফ থেকে তো কোনো অবস্থায় আমরা এগুলো বলি না लास्ट ईयर जितना मिला है इससे ज्यादा मिलेगा इस बार
सीपीएम और कांग्रेस पे गठबंधन में लड़ रहे हैं सर इस बार उसमें कुछ टिप्पणी
इससे क्या फर्क पड़ेगा ये अनहोली अलायंस है कोई फायदा नहीं होगा इससे ये और कम
कल रात को बॉम्बिंग हुआ है सीपीएम एलिगेशन कर रहे हैं
आप देखो बॉम्बिंग का कल्चर कौन किया था पहले सीपीएम कर रहे थे कांग्रेस कर रहे थे ये लोग जानबूझकर ये कर रहे हैं हम लोगों को मालूम था और प्रशासन जरूर काम करेंगे अभी तो माने इलेक्शन कमीशन के अंडर में है लेकिन हमारा तरफ से हम बार बार हमारा जो कार्यकर्ता है इनको हम लोग कह दिए इसमें इंस्टिगेशन में नहीं फंसना है और हम लोग चाहते नहीं आप जानते हैं उनका कल्चर क्या है सीपीएम का क्या कल्चर था कांग्रेस का क्या कल्चर था जानबूझकर ये सब करते हैं इनका कुछ नहीं होगा ये सब देखिए 5 साल के बाद हमेशा आता रहता है दूसरा
Power-packed day today. The polling has begun in Tripura as we speak. A three-cornered fight in Tripura as we speak. The left and the Congress alliance seeking to oust BJP that has been in power in the state of Tripura. Lost a lot of first-time voters as well as voting is taking place in the state. Remember, 60 seats are up for grabs and 259 candidates are in the fray.
अभी मेरा कहने का मतलब यही है अभी जो वोट जो शांतिपूर्ण हो रहा है हैं 4 बजे से जो होने से त्रिपुरा में वो शांति बस सुकून मिल जाएगा ठीक है कुछ दिन पहले वो वोट इलेक्शन हो रहा बाई इलेक्शन भी हो रहा है हुआ पुराना भी वोट हुआ शांतिपूर्ण वोट नहीं हुआ अभी जो वोट हो रहा है ना जब लाइन देखे कितना लाइन चल रहा है तभी शांतिपूर्ण होने से पुराना में हम वोट नहीं दिया नहीं बाई इलेक्शन में वोट नहीं दिया अभी आज असल इलेक्शन में हम वोट दे रहे हैं ये मेरा खुशी है सारा त्रिपुरा में शांति मिल जाएगा शांति आ जाएगा हाँ वोट देने के जो पार्टी आएगा जो सीट में बैठेगा वो सारा त्रिपुरा में शांति के कायम मिल आ जाएगा डेवलपमेंट हो जाएगा बहुत कुछ हो रहा है शांति होने से सब कुछ शांति मिल जाएगा हम शांतिपुरा में आर टाउन बरदाली मोहम्मद रफीक मियाँ
बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस है मतलब फर्स्ट टाइम दे रही हूँ तो बहुत एक्साइटमेंट है कि कैसा होने वाला है मतलब प्रोसीड्योर एंड ऑल तो बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस है बहुत ज़रूरी है हमारी ये फंडामेंटल राइट है कि हम भी कुछ कंट्रीब्यूट करें टू द स्टेट कि कौन हमारे रिप्रेजेंटेटिव बने इन द स्टेट एंड बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है कि डेवलपमेंट एंड फॉर एवरीथिंग इन द स्टेट
Absolutely, very important. It's a constitutional right as well as a constitutional duty. इसीलिए सुबह सुबह उठ के आ गए सब पूरे फैमिली के साथ.
क्या आशाएं हैं उनसे?
Being someone of my age group, I would say more jobs in the city. When I say jobs, just not government jobs, right? Private players should come up into the state as well. That would change the economic condition, the stature in which we stand right now. And most importantly, I'd say no post-poll violence. We have seen in last 2 elections, not only in 18, even 13. I'm old enough to remember all this. So that's all. What else?
All right, so it's a pitched battle in Tripura as we speak. The voting is underway in more than 3,300 polling stations. In fact, the voter turnout till 9 a.m. is a little above 11% as we speak. Specifically in Dhalai, where the voting is more than 11%. Till 9 a.m. in Gomati, where it is 9.75%. In Kowai, which is 8.44%. North Tripura, where the voting has been more than 12%. In fact, close to 13% voting that has been recorded till 9 a.m. South South Tripura, meanwhile, has seen a low voter turnout till 9 AM, beg your pardon, which is just a little above 6%. So in North Tripura, the voter turnout has been more than 12%, whereas in South Tripura, the voting percentage a little above 6%, relatively low compared to North Tripura, whereas in other regions, specifically in Dhalai, where the voter turnout has been 11.65%, in Gombati, less than 10%, 9.75%. West Tripura, it's been close to 15%, 14.56% is the voter turnout till 9 AM as we speak. So three-cornered fight in Tripura, and 60 seats, of course, up for grabs, and 259 candidates are in fray for the 60 seats. We have Amit Singh live, who's joining us from Agartala. Amit, if you can talk to us more about the voter turnout till now. We understand the voter turnout has been higher in North Tripura compared to South Tripura till now.
देखिए समीक्षा, इस वक्त मैं अगरतला में हूँ। ये पोलिंग स्टेशन है तुलसीवाड़ी स्कूल, जहाँ पर कुछ वक्त पहले मुख्यमंत्री मानिक शाह वोट कर गए। देखिए यहाँ पर चूंकि जो शहरी इलाके हैं समीक्षा, वहाँ पर वोटिंग टर्नअराउंड थोड़ा ज़्यादा है, क्योंकि जो गांव के इलाके हैं वहाँ पर पोलिंग जो स्टेशन है वो थोड़ा दूर है और गाँव के लोग थोड़ा सा कम जागरूक भी हैं अपने वोटिंग को लेकर। हालांकि शहरों की बात करें तो लगातार यहाँ पर वोटिंग सुबह 7 बजे शुरू होकर भीड़ आप देखिए कि क्यू कितनी लंबी यहाँ पर क्यू है। महिलाएं भी हैं, यंगस्टर्स भी, यूथ भी हैं। कुल 60 सीटों पर वोटिंग हो रही है। 8 जिले हैं, 28 लाख से ज़्यादा वोटर्स अपना वोट कास्ट करने वाले हैं और बीजेपी इस बार सोच रही है कि वो फिर से सत्ता में आने की कोशिश करे। कुछ लोग यहाँ पर हैं, मैं उनसे बात करता हूँ। क्या नाम है आपका?
मोहम्मद अशीक।
मोहम्मद जी, वोट करने जा रहे हैं, क्या मसले दिमाग में, किन मुद्दों पर वोट कर रहे हैं?
वो मुद्दा विकास का मुद्दा है।
क्या नाम है आपका?
लकी घोष।
लकी जी, किस मुद्दे पर वोट करने के लिए?
विकास, ओनली विकास।
क्या नाम है आपका?
शांतनु बोलेंगे।
किस मुद्दे पर वोट करने आए?
उन्नयन के बारे में, उन्नयन विकास की।
तो समीक्षा देखिए, लोग यहाँ विकास के मुद्दे पर वोट कर रहे हैं। हालांकि इस बार कांग्रेस और सीपीएम साथ में कोalition करके फाइट कर रहे हैं, लेकिन पिछली बार कांग्रेस का खाता नहीं खोला था। और एक और बड़ी पार्टी है जिसके लिए बहुत चर्चा हो रही है कि जो मोथा पार्टी है वो भी करीब 47 सीटों पर अपने कैंडिडेट उतार रही है, लेकिन बीजेपी को लगता है कि ये तमाम जो इलाके हैं वहां पर उनके वोट शेयर्स पर ज्यादा असर नहीं पड़ने वाला। लेकिन यहाँ सुबह से वोटिंग लगातार जारी है और सुबह से भीड़ देखने को मिल रही है। समीक्षा।
Yes. So Amit, they're reporting live from Agartala as we speak. The voter turnout has been relatively high in North Tripura compared to South Tripura. Amit, of course, continues to be with us. Amit, if you can talk to us a little more about this third contender that has entered the fray, Mortha in this case. How much of this is going to be, a tough fight for the BJP as well as the left and the Congress?
मोथा है वो प्रद्युत विक्रम सिंह है, रॉयल फैमिली को बिलोंग करते हैं। उन्होंने एक पार्टी बनाई और करीब 47 कैंडिडेट्स को उन्होंने मैदान पर उतारा है। लेकिन बड़ी बात यह है समीक्षा कि वो ट्राइबल इलाकों में अपने कैंडिडेट उतार रहे हैं। लेकिन जिस तरह से बीजेपी जीत कर आई पिछली बार, इस बार बहुत ज्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला, क्योंकि वो जो ट्राइबल कैंडिडेट्स हैं वो कहीं ना कहीं लेफ्ट पार्टी का वोट काटेंगे। लेकिन अगर आप वोटिंग परसेंटेज की बात करें तो ओवरऑल जो टर्नआउट करीब वो 11% से ज्यादा का है सुबह 9 बजे तक की अगर बात करें। बाकी जो और इलाके तस्वीरें मेरे कैमरा पर्सन आपको दिखाते रहेंगे। देखिए महिलाएं भी यहाँ पर क्यू में है। और अगर वोटिंग टर्नआउट की बात करें तो धलाई में करीब 11.5% वोटिंग हुई है। गोमती की बात करें 9.75% है। खोवाई में भी करीब 9% के आसपास वोटिंग है। नॉर्थ त्रिपुरा में वोटिंग का जो पैटर्न है वो करीब 13% है। लेकिन ज्यादातर वो इलाके जो शहरों से जुड़े हैं वहां पर समीक्षा वोट ज्यादा है। टिपरा मोथा की बात करें तो 47 कैंडिडेट्स को उन्होंने मैदान में उतारा है। लेकिन बड़ी बात यह है कि वो कैंडिडेट्स कहीं ना कहीं लेफ्ट पार्टी के वोट बैंक को ही नुकसान पहुंचाएंगे, क्योंकि बीजेपी ने 2018 में जब सरकार बनाई तो 28 सालों तक सीपीएम की गवर्नमेंट यहां पर थी और उसको हटाकर बीजेपी सत्ता में आई। बड़ी बात यह है कि कांग्रेस का खाता इस बार भी खुलना मुश्किल लग रहा है। पिछली बार एक भी कैंडिडेट कांग्रेस का जीत कर नहीं आया था और सवाल इसलिए भी जनता कर रही है क्योंकि बहुत सारे राज्यों में साउथ में सीपीएम और कांग्रेस एक दूसरे के धुर विरोधी हैं, राइवल्स हैं, लेकिन यहां पर वो साथ आकर लड़े। तो जनता इस बात को समझती है कि किस तरह से मैनिपुलेशन वोट्स का हो रहा है, मुद्दों का मैनिपुलेशन हो रहा है। लेकिन यहां पर एजुकेशन, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और साथ ही साथ जो क्राइम के इवेंट्स यहां बहुत होते हैं वो बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा है यहां की पब्लिक के लिए।
All right, Amit, thank you for the moment. We'll keep coming back to you. So, Amit, beg your pardon, is reporting live from Agartala as the voting is underway. A little over 11% voter turnout that has been recorded till 9 a.m. as we speak. Remember, it's a three-cornered fight in Tripura where the left and the Congress are fighting the polls together, whereas the BJP is looking to retain power in the state of Tripura. 60 seats, of course, up for grabs. 259 candidates in the fray. Left Congress alliance looking to oust BJP from Tripura. Meanwhile, the third contender that has emerged, which is the Motha party, remains to be seen how much of a tough challenge the third contender gives to the BJP as well as the Left Congress alliance. All right, we'll slip into a very short break for now, but do not go anywhere. Our live coverage to continue from Tripura, where polling is underway. Over 11% voter turnout that's recorded till 11 a.m. Meanwhile, anger mounts over Jawan's murder in Tamil Nadu, outrage across the country as India demands justice for Lance Naik Prabhu Singh. And BBC continues to face IT heat surveys at offices in Mumbai and the national capital.
The light combat helicopter Prachand, which is indigenously manufactured by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, is being loaded with rockets and missiles as well. And focusing over here is this turret gun, which is again been manufactured by the HAL. These are 70 rockets which will be loaded into the Prachand. 10 of these Prachands have been taken by the Indian Air Force and 5 of them are with the Indian Army as of now, and we have 15 of them with us. And this definitely puts India on a high pedestal.
सेना के कुछ नेता बीबीसी दफ्तर के बाहर ये लोग बैनर पोस्टर लेकर पहुंचे हुए हैं और लगातार बीबीसी का विरोध ये कर रखे हैं। बीबीसी को लेकर लगातार नारेबाजी इनके द्वारा की जा रही है। और ये देखिए, पुलिस जो है अब इनके बैनर पोस्टर लेकर यहाँ से इन्हें हटाने की कोशिश कर रही है। तस्वीरें आप देख लीजिए। और अब पुलिस ने इनसे बैनर पोस्टर ले लिए हैं और यहाँ से इन्हें हटाने की कार्रवाई लगातार चल रही है।
जो देश दशकों से सबसे बड़ा डिफेंस इंपोर्टर था, वो अब दुनिया के 75 देशों को डिफेंस इक्विपमेंट एक्सपोर्ट कर रहा है।
Why, sir? But why?
No, I don't.
We'll speak, sir.
No, I won't.
About your statement.
No, I won't.
That you made yesterday.
No, I don't want to speak. Go, please. I don't want to speak.
What's wrong in that?
I don't want to speak. That's all. Why do you want to force me?
No, I'm not forcing you. I'm
Yes,
just
you're
asking
telling
you.
me to speak. I
No,
don't
no.
want to speak.
Actually, you have made this statement
That's
yesterday.
what I'm camera.
I'm just asking. Actually, folks have made this statement yesterday, and are you still stand with your statement?
Light utility helicopter, which is being designed and manufactured by the HAL. So a massive development by the
Starting with Newsbreak coming in from Canada, where we've got a lead in the Canada Temple vandalism probe. The Canadian police has now said that the attack was a motivated hate crime after conducting preliminary investigation into the hate attack which happened at the temple in Canada. The police has also urged citizens to share information with the police regarding the incident. The police, meanwhile, has assuaged the concerns of the Hindu community that such crimes will not be tolerated. So, sources of course, the sources telling that the police has, of course, taken cognizance of this hate-motivated crime which happened in Canada, where a Hindu temple was vandalized. Anti-India graffiti which was there painted on the walls of this particular temple in Canada. Meanwhile, the police has urged citizens to share information with them regarding the incident, and also after conducting the preliminary probe, the police is now treating this matter as hate-motivated crime. So hate-motivated crime that has been established after this temple was vandalized in Canada. Meanwhile, the police has ensured that the Hindu community the Hindu community that such crimes will not be tolerated. Amandeep getting us this news break. Amandeep, once again, if you could give us those details of what the Canada police has to share, the details on the probe so far, and anything about the lead into who these miscreants were behind the hate attack in this temple.
Well, Samiksha, so far the unidentified people have done it. Their identification is yet to be ascertained. And meanwhile, Peel police have launched a preliminary investigation in which they have learned that this was a hate-motivated crime. And in fact, in their first statement against this incident, they have specifically mentioned this term, that this is hate motivated crime against the Hindu community as well. And meanwhile, they have also ensured the safety and the security of the Hindu community, who was continuously facing such kind of incidents when they are peacefully exercising their religion in Canada. And even Peel police has also released the numbers to get the information of those who are actually involved in this incident, or anybody knows anything about this incident. Peel police have requested all the citizens of Canada and even Mississauga that at least is there any information available with the public, so kindly share regarding this incident, just because that is going to be the biggest help in the entire investigation against the defacing of Ram Mandir in Mississauga. And now the police is taking this very seriously, since all the authorities have released a statement and condemned the incident, and they have ensured the safety and the security of the Hindu community in Canada. This was the fourth incident, Samiksha, that how the temples are being defaced by pro-Khalistani and the anti-Indian slogans, and in fact anti-Modi slogans. And these graffitis were very much normal outside the temples and on the walls of the temples. But Ram Temple in Mississauga incident is turning point to this entire pro-Khalistani movement. And now it seems to be like that police is taking it very seriously.
Yes.
They are not going to tolerate this hate-motivated crime. Yes, Samiksha.
Amandeep, thank you for the moment. So, of course, the Canadian police has taken cognizance of the hate crime that has come to light from Canada. Remember, it's the second such attack to have happened. The first one, of course, on 31st of January of this year, where the Gauri Shankar Mandir was defaced in Brampton of Canada. Slipping into a very short break for now, but news breaks and top stories to continue on the other side. An IT survey is being held for third consecutive day at BBC offices in Mumbai and the national capital. Two dead in tragic helicopter crash in Alabama. Authorities say investigation underway.
Light utility helicopter which is being designed and manufactured by the HAL. So a massive development by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited for the light utility helicopter in this particular category, going on to show that India is moving towards Atmanirbharta, and HAL is definitely going on and providing a shot in the arm for the Air Force sector as well.
Kashmiri Pandits are staging protests here in Jammu, demanding the release of their salaries and also the security in the Kashmir Valley. They are saying till the time that the security is not restored, they won't be going back to the Kashmir Valley. But the Jammu and Kashmir police has imposed section 144 in the area, and they have been asked to move away from the area. The protesters have been detained by the Jammu and Kashmir police after several warnings that were given to the Kashmiri Pandits.
The light combat helicopter Prachand, which is indigenously manufactured by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, it's been loaded with rockets and missiles as well. And focusing over here is this turret gun, which has again been manufactured by the HAL. These are 70 rockets which will be loaded into the Prachand. 10 of these Prachands have been taken by the Indian Air Force, and 5 of them are with the Indian Army as of now, and we have 15 of them with us. And this definitely puts India on a high pedestal.
सेना के कुछ नेता बीबीसी दफ्तर के बाहर ये लोग बैनर पोस्टर लेकर पहुंचे हुए हैं और लगातार बीबीसी का विरोध ये कर रखे हैं। बीबीसी को लेकर लगातार नारेबाजी इनके द्वारा की जा रही है। और ये देखिए पुलिस जो है अब इनके बैनर पोस्टर लेकर यहाँ से इन्हें हटाने की कोशिश कर रही है। तस्वीरें आप देख लीजिए। और अब पुलिस ने इनसे बैनर पोस्टर ले लिए हैं और यहाँ से इन्हें हटाने की कार्रवाई लगातार चल रही है।
जो देश दशकों से सबसे बड़ा डिफेंस इंपोर्टर था, वो अब दुनिया के 75 देशों को डिफेंस इक्विपमेंट एक्सपोर्ट कर रहा है।
Why, sir? But why?
No, don't.
We'll speak, sir.
No, I won't.
About your statement.
No, I won't.
That you made yesterday.
No, I don't want to speak. Go, please. I don't want to speak.
What's wrong in that?
I don't want to speak. That's all. Why do you want to force me?
No, I'm not forcing you. I'm
Yes,
just
you're
asking
telling
you.
me to speak.
No. Actually, you have made this statement
That's
yesterday.
what I'm camera.
I'm just asking. Actually, folks have made this statement yesterday, and are you still stand with your statement?
Quick roundup of news and brief from across the globe. Republican Nikki Haley kicked off her 2024 presidential campaign. Haley cast herself as a figure for generational change who can help the party win the White House again and urged voters to put their trust in the new generation. She's the first notable Republican to challenge Trump for the nomination. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg urged the 30-member countries to commit to spending at least 2% of their GDP on defense by a set date as Russia's war on Ukraine and other threats eat into military spending.
It is almost 1 year since Russia launched its full-fledged invasion of Ukraine, the biggest conflict in Europe since World War II. And we see no signs that Russia is preparing for peace. On the contrary, Russia is launching new offensives. Yesterday, Defense Minister Resnikov updated NATO ministers on the situation and Ukraine's most urgent needs. I welcome the new pledges of support made by NATO allies, including more heavy weapons and military training. This is critical. Ukraine has a window of opportunity to tip the balance, and time is of the essence.
China's top diplomat Wang Yi met French Foreign Minister Catherine Colonna for a bilateral meet in Paris. The French capital is the first stop at Wang's tour of Europe. In the coming days, he will also travel to Italy, Hungary, Russia and Germany. French President Emmanuel Macron welcomed the Emir of Qatar at the LC Palace for a bilateral meeting. Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Ali has been in Paris since Tuesday, where he watched Bayern Munich defeat Qatari-owned PSG. Sweden's Prime Minister Kristersson met with Ukrainian President during a visit to the Ukrainian capital to discuss future military aid. Sweden pledged to rush fearsome Archer artillery cannons to Ukraine, but also cautioned the future military aid would have to be balanced with its own defense needs as a would-be future member of the NATO military alliance. At least 12 people were wounded after Russian forces struck a 5-story apartment block in the Ukrainian city. At least 2 more people remained under the rubble after the building in a residential part of the area was fired on at around 10 a.m. local time. Dozens of Michigan State University students took a seat on the state's Capitol steps in protest 2 days after a gunman opened fire on their nearby campus.
Dying. We, the children of the United States of America, are dying every day. How many will die before it is enough?
Hundreds of members of Berlin's Turkish and Syrian communities gathered at Brandenburg Gate to say prayers for the victims of last week's earthquakes that killed more than 41,000 people. Thousands marched in the Colombian capital Bogota protesting against a package of social reforms proposed by President Petro's administration. The first leftist government in Colombia sought to implement tax, labor and healthcare reforms. Alright, that's all we have for you in this edition of our broadcast, live and breaking, to continue on the other side of this very short break. Fate of 259 candidates on the line as first big election of 2023 gets underway.
जो देश दशकों से सबसे बड़ा डिफेंस इंपोर्टर था, वो अब दुनिया के 75 देशों को डिफेंस इक्विपमेंट एक्सपोर्ट कर रहा है।
Why, sir? But why?
No, don't.
We'll speak, sir.
No, I won't speak.
About your statement.
No, I won't.
That you made yesterday.
No, I don't want to speak. Go, please. I don't want to speak.
What's wrong in that?
I don't want to speak. That's all. Why do you want to force me?
No, yeah, I'm not forcing you. I'm
Yes,
just
you're telling
asking
me
you.
to speak. I
No,
don't
no.
want to speak.
Actually, you have made this statement
That's
yesterday.
बंद करो ऐसे कैमरा।
I'm just asking. Actually, Fox have made this statement yesterday, and are you still stand with your statement?
Light utility helicopter which has been designed and manufactured by the HAL. So a massive development by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited for the light utility helicopter in this particular category, going on to show that India is moving towards Atmanirbharta, and HAL is definitely going on and providing a shot in the arm for the Air Force sector as well.
Kashmiri Pandits are staging protests here in Jammu, demanding the release of their salaries and also the security in the Kashmir Valley. They are saying till the time that the security is not restored, they won't be going back to the Kashmir Valley. But the Jammu and Kashmir police has imposed section 144 in the area, and they have been asked to move away from the area. The protesters have been detained by the Jammu and Kashmir police after several warnings that were given to the Kashmiri Pandits.
The light combat helicopter Prachand, which is indigenously manufactured by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, it's been loaded with rockets and missiles as well, and focused.
Good morning. This is live and breaking on Republic TV. I'm Nupur Talwar Suri. The headlines. Fate of 259 candidates on the line as the first big election of 2023 gets underway. There's outrage across the country as India demands justice for Lance Nayak Prabhu Singh. Republic TV's relentless coverage forces action. DMK councillor is arrested, but Stalin dons silence. The BBC continues to face IT heat surveys as offices in Mumbai and the national capital will be continuing for the third day. Two people are dead in a tragic helicopter crash in Alabama. Authorities say an investigation is underway. And Nepal's king makes his first public appearance. Demands of monarchy are made. Well, polling is underway in Tripura in the multi-cornered contest in which the ruling BJP and the Indigenous People's Front of Tripura is facing a challenge from an alliance of the left and the Congress. And then, of course, there is the Tripura Indigenous Progressive Alliance, which has emerged as the newest entrant in the political battle. Now, the results for the elections will be announced on the 2nd of March. About 28.13 lakh voters will decide the fate of 259 constituencies. Candidates that are in the fray. There are a total of 60 constituencies in Tripura. Earlier on, of course, Dr. Manik Saha, who has been the Chief Minister of Tripura for about 10 months now, spoke to Republic TV. He, of course, did appear to be extremely confident of the BJP's chances. All right, let's go across to our political editor, Aishwarya Kapoor. Also joining us from Agartala is Amit Singh. Good morning, Aishwarya. Aishwarya, the BJP, of course, appearing to be very, very confident. Manik Saha was speaking to Republic TV earlier this morning. All right, I think we seem to have lost Aishwarya. The connection with Aishwarya right now. Let's go back to Amit now. Amit, of course, has been reporting from Agartala since this morning. Amit, to begin with, Amit, give us an overall sense of what's happening. 13.69%, that's the voter turnout. It's just still early hours, just 3 hours into polling. And also, you were speaking to a large number of those voters. What appears to be their primary concern as they go in to cast their ballots?
गुड मॉर्निंग नुपुर। देखिए, इस वक्त मैं अगरतला के तुलसी बाटी स्कूल पे हूँ, पोलिंग स्टेशन जहाँ पे मानिक शाह कुछ वक्त पहले वोट कर गए हैं। सबसे अधिक वोटिंग नुपुर वेस्टर्न त्रिपुरा में देखने को मिल रही है। हालांकि ओवरऑल जो वोटिंग परसेंटेज अभी भी मॉर्निंग के लिहाज से बिल्कुल ठीक है। 3 घंटे में जितना वोट पड़ने चाहिए पड़े। ये तस्वीरें देखिए, यहाँ पर सुबह 7 बजे से ये वोटर्स पहुंच रहे हैं। और नुपुर, जैसा कि आपने कहा, यहाँ पर जो कंसर्न्स हैं वो यहाँ पर वायलेंस बहुत बड़ा कंसर्न है, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बहुत बड़ा कंसर्न है, एजुकेशन बहुत बड़ा कंसर्न है और एम्प्लॉयमेंट बहुत बड़ा कंसर्न है। जब बीजेपी ने 2018 में सरकार बनाई, 28 साल तक सीपीएम की यहाँ पर सरकार थी नुपुर, और वहाँ पर डेवलपमेंट के नाम पर कुछ भी नहीं हुआ था। लेकिन जब बीजेपी सत्ता में आई, यहाँ पर काम शुरू हुआ। कई गांव ऐसे त्रिपुरा के थे जहां पर लाइट अभी तक नहीं पहुंची थी, लेकिन जब बीजेपी की सरकार सत्ता में आई, वहां पर लाइट, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, एयरपोर्ट अगरतला को मिला। यहां पर कुछ लोग हैं, उनसे जरा बात करने की कोशिश करते हैं। क्या नाम है सर आपका?
लक्ष्य।
सर, आप वोट करने के लिए पहुंचे, क्या मसले हैं, किन मुद्दों पर वोट कर रहे हैं?
उन्नयन के ऊपर मैं वोट कर रहा हूँ।
उन्नयन यानी विकास की बात?
विकास का बात।
और क्या क्या मुद्दे हैं?
शांति है, स्पीच चाहिए।
शांति चाहिए। तो देखिए नुपुर, यहाँ पर लोग शांति व्यवस्था बहुत बड़ा कंसर्न है। कुछ यहाँ पे लेडीज है, उनसे भी बात करते हैं। क्या नाम है मैम आपका?
हिंदी को सर।
अच्छा, आपको हिंदी नहीं आती, ठीक है। यहाँ पर बहुत सारी महिलाएं, हालांकि त्रिपुरा के लोग थोड़े शर्माते जरूर हैं, फिर भी मैं बात करूंगा नुपुर। क्या नाम है आपका?
मोहम्मद उमर हसन।
आप वोट करने के लिए पहुंचे, क्या इश्यूज है, किन मुद्दों पर वोट कर रहे हैं?
विकास के लिए।
तो देखिए वो ज़्यादातर जो वोटर्स हैं वो विकास के लिए बात करें। हालांकि हिंसा बहुत बड़ा इशू रहा है। जब सीपीएम की सरकार थी तो हिंसा बहुत आम बात थी। हालांकि यहाँ पर मुद्दा विकास, एजुकेशन है। लेकिन इस बार थोड़ा दिलचस्प यहाँ पे मामला है नुपुर। समझिए कि कांग्रेस और सीपीएम एक साथ लड़ रहे हैं। टिपरा मोथा एक नई पार्टी है जो कि प्रदुत विक्रम सिंह है, जो कि राज परिवार से आते हैं। वो भी करीब 47 कैंडिडेट उतार रहे हैं। बीजेपी 55 सीटों पर यहाँ पर नुपुर लड़ रही है। लेकिन पिछली बार कांग्रेस का खाता नहीं खोल पाया था, इस बार भी उम्मीद कम है। और सीपीएम पूरा जोर लगा रही है, लेकिन बीजेपी ने जो काम किया उसके बल पर वो वोटर्स को रिझाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं नुपुर।
All right, Amit, do stay with us. Let's also bring in Aishwarya Kapoor, our political editor, who joins us from the Delhi newsroom. Good morning, Aishwarya. Aishwarya, Amit was mentioning about the Tripura Mota. Now, the BJP calls it the B team of the CPIM Congress alliance, which of course is extremely surprising given that the CPIM and the Congress have actually been opposed to each other for so many years in Tripura. But how do you see the emergence of this new party? Do you think, Aishwarya, that it will, essentially lead to changing of fortunes in Tripura?
Well, at this point of time, Nupur, the BJP is also not that confident. They are also not on very stable footing. Because if you see last time around, when for the first time in 2018 elections, BJP bagged a comfortable 35 seats, and out of a constituency of 60, the Assembly of Tripura is of 60, BJP bagged 35, Congress 0, CPM 16, IPFT 8, and now there is another fresh party. So Congress was 0 last time. So this left and Congress alliance is basically to keep the Congress alive and not vice versa. But at the end of the day, TMC is also a player this time around. Mamata Banerjee has campaigned heavily in Agartala and at least 7 to 8 districts alongside that. So we have to see what is the impact that TMC has. CPIM's arch rival is the TMC, and hence now TMC also getting in. Last time around in 2018, when CPM got 16 seats, this time around, if you go by the sources within the TMC says that they should be able to sway away at least half of that. But when it comes down to the BJP, that is the incumbent BJP had to change their chief minister just around few months prior to this election. Biplab Deb was removed, Manik Saha was basically brought in, because what was expected of Biplab Deb, that was not delivered, and there is no doubt about that. And that is why the CPIM and the Congress are in a much more motivated state of mind. But it all comes down to today, because now when voting is happening, as our colleague Amit from Republic Bharat was also speaking to people down there, Piyush is also going to be live very soon. People want safety, people want strong law and order, people want discipline, people want development to continue, and those are the planks of the BJP for this election as well. And if you talk about the larger picture, BJP understands every state election, including that of the Tripura, prior to 2024 general elections, is as important for them as any else. Because the opposition is going to make a point that if they lose any state election, they are going to make a whole scene, or they would want to project as if this is the mood of the nation prior to 24, and that is something the BJP does not want. They have already faced defeat in Himachal Pradesh, though by less than 1%. And with a plethora of majority in Gujarat, they defeated the complete opposition. But despite that, the BJP does not want to leave even one state. And Tripura is going to be very critical for them, because they understand that they had to change their leadership right in the middle, just few months prior. But if you just go by the vote share, last time around BJP got 43.59% of vote share. I'm talking about 2018. Congress was just at 1.79%. CPM was 42.22%. So the difference of vote share between the BJP and the CPM is not more than 1.5%. And that is going to be the clincher. And that's why I say now, when TMC is a player, will TMC be able to eat into the CPM's vote share? If that happens, that is going to indirectly or inadvertently help the BJP, because the main rival of the BJP of the Manik Saha government is the CPM. And that is something which is very clear. And I was just telling you about the vote share. BJP was at 43.59, CPM was at 42.2,
right,
and IPFT was at 7.38. So the other are minuscule, but it's BJP versus the left in Tripura.
Right, absolutely, Aishwarya. Very interesting observation over there. And let's also get in Abhishek, who's joining us on the broadcast from Delhi. Good morning, Abhishek. Abhishek, as Aishwarya was pointing out, there are too many players in this election. And how do you see that impacting things? Because the vote share, as Aishwarya pointed out, there was very little difference between the two biggest parties over there, that's the CPIM and the BJP. And with new entrants in the fray, how do you think that will sully or muddy the waters?
Well, in politics, never say muddy the waters, because, that's how it really works. But going by the numbers that Aishwarya is giving, they're very interesting numbers. It essentially suggests that if the BJP's and CPM's vote share was, the difference between the two vote shares was as minuscule as that, then I think the campaign must have been really stressful for the party, despite having been in power for 5 years, Aishwarya, and the fact that they had to change their chief minister, realizing that there is something amiss, and that's why you go for a leadership change just a year ahead of elections. I think the coming together of the Congress party and the CPM is an unnatural alliance, as was brought out by Prime Minister also, Nupur, in his speech in Tripura, in Agartala, where he said that Kerala mein kushti, Tripura mein dosti. Obviously, he was suggesting that while the two parties are at two poles of Kerala politics fighting against each other, in Tripura, there seems to be some marriage of convenience that has been thought to be worked out. Obviously, it might not work in the manner that the Congress party and the CPM would want, though of course the seat sharing has been done in a manner that the CPM gets the lion's share at about 43 seats, CPI 1, Forward Bloc 1, and I believe RPI another, and then 13 seats to the Congress party. I think what we are not discussing as yet, Nupur and Aishwarya, is the elephant in the room, and that's going to be Pradyot Dev Barman, the leader of Tripura Mota. Remember, he's a former Congress leader, but then carved out his own party, and that's why Tripura is a triangular contest. And in all likelihood, Tripura Mota is going to be the kingmaker in this election. As we move on with our coverage and keep getting ground reports, I think that's one factor, Nupur, which we would have to discuss in detail. And there is a reason why Tripura Mota is going to be a very key deciding factor in post-poll scenario. For whatever number of seats they get, they are contesting on about 43 and BJP on 55, BJP's alliance partner IPFT on 5, and this is how the number of seats really stack up. The reason why Tripura Mota would be kingmaker, I say, Nupur and Aishwarya, is because in the elections that were held for the tribal areas development council or autonomous council, the Tripura Mota got the lion's share, and they are in fact the ruling dispensation there. And this whole idea of a greater Tripura land carving out a separate state, though of course of late we saw Pradyot really toning down that rhetoric and suggesting that maybe he would be even willing for a greater autonomy package. So I think in that sense, it's an interesting triangular contest. BJP, of course, would want to repeat its performance. What's going good for the BJP, obviously, is that they have been in power for 5 years, and people can still compare the 5 years of the BJP with 25 years of the CPM. The accent that the BJP's campaign had on peace and law and order, which has prevailed over the last few years in Tripura, the double engine government pitch that the BJP always does when the states polls happen. I think we are looking at a very interesting election as the polling really pans out today, and of course the result day on March 2, Nupur and Aishwarya.
Right, I think Aishwarya was making a point. Aishwarya, before you make that point, one quick question to you. Aishwarya, for the Congress, this is a do or die, isn't it, in Tripura? Because, they were wiped out in the last election. Literally, they did not even get one seat. So how do you see that aspect of it, Aishwarya?
Well, the Congress is piggybacking on the left and not vice versa, and specifically in Tripura, and that is going to be the scene in the other state elections as well, apart from a couple of others. But what is important is that what Abhishek was also mentioning regarding the former prince and now working towards another regional player. What we need to understand that the BJP has been able to decipher a hole in his policy or a hole in his political campaign. The demand and the softening of demand of Greater Tripura on the part of Pradyot has adversely impacted his core vote bank. He was very, very strong on certain particular 13 to 14 seats out of the 60 seats in the Tripura Assembly. But even in those 13 to 14 seats, after he basically reducing the demand or basically culling down to the pressure of centre, because Himanta Biswa Sarma of the BJP was given this duty. Yes, they got in another chief minister, but Himanta Biswa Sarma was given a duty, a hands-on duty. And even if you see during the campaign, Abhishek and Nupur, Himanta Biswa Sarma was right there. Whether it is with the Chief Minister, whether it is with every senior leader of the BJP, whether it's the National President Jagat Prakash Nadda, Amit Shah, Prime Minister, whoever went to Tripura, Himanta Biswa Sarma was right there because he was given the work, and work for him was cut out that they need the tribal belt, they need this greater Tripura demand seats, and there were specific 13 to 14 seats where this demand was very heavy to get them back. And that is why this alliance partner, and Abhishek, if you talk about numbers, because at the end of the day, while we speak, voting is on, where our colleague Piyush is also reaching, and then our colleague from Republic Bharat, Amit, is reporting live. If you see the vote share, Abhishek, CPM was at 42.2% last time around, BJP was at 43.59%, so that difference is very less. But then the IPFT, which is an alliance partner of the BJP, was at 7.38%, which is okay, but Congress was only at 1.7%. Only 1.7%, Nupur. So Congress can only, even if Congress got 0 seats, and this time around, Congress internals, the internal sources of Congress say maximum 3 or 4. And that also they are putting the complete onus on the success of this so-called Bharat Jodo Yatra, Abhishek, which I really don't think will have any impact, especially in Tripura. So Congress is nowhere in the scene.
Yeah. Also, Aishwarya, going by vote share, I think what really gives BJP confidence that they can repeat the performance of 2018 is the fact that in the intervening election of 2019, of course, general election to the Lok Sabha, the BJP increased its vote share to about 50%. And that's, if you get 50% in any state, that really gives you an unassailable lead over the opponents. So the BJP strategists have believed that if they can really consolidate on that surge, typically it happens that if you look at other states, the state election has more vote share, the Lok Sabha election would have little less vote share. In this case, the BJP strategists believe that because their vote share increased in the general elections, that should give them tailwinds and help them tide over this recalibration of alliances and new corners coming up, new political forces coming up in the state, that's taken care of. So, for example, Trinamool contesting on
the politics of development, Abhishek,
that actually makes it a quadrangular contest instead of a triangular contest in those many seats. Trinamool still obviously believes that they are not a force, and that's the reason why they are contesting only on 28 seats. But what this means is that in a post-poll scenario...
But those 28 seats, Abhishek, where left is very strong. But Abhishek, those 28 seats where left is very strong. So this CPM vote share of 42.2%, if the TMC is able to take that away, it will inadvertently help the BJP. They are contesting in very specific seats, in very specific pockets, but on those pockets where left is very strong. So they are taking on the left, completely left, and that will inadvertently or indirectly help the BJP.
Right, as Aishwarya and Abhishek both, of course, look at the minuter points, I just wanted to put a question to both of you. The BJP in the past few states has employed the strategy of changing the chief minister about 10 months or so before they hit the elections. In Gujarat, that's something that gave them huge profits. They actually reaped benefits from it. Do you think that's going to help them in Tripura as well? Because, Manik Saha was just made the chief minister about 11 months or so ago. So, Aishwarya, first to you, do you think that's going to make a difference? And then the same question to Abhishek.
Well, the answer is being delivered by the people as we speak. Because as we speak, voting is on, Nupur. But no party, whichever political party, Congress, the BJP, these regional players, it's never comfortable. And Abhishek would agree. Because it is never comfortable for any political party to change their leader, and no party would want that. But it also shows that how uncomfortable the BJP was with Biplav Dev.
But again,
yes,
we have an important guest with us. In fact, Piyush Mishra, our correspondent there on the ground, Aishwarya, is with Pradyot Barma, and I think that he's an important guest. We were talking about him being the kingmaker. Let me go to Piyush. Piyush, over to you. My first question, of course, is how does he see himself being a kingmaker? And then, of course, you take forward, ask him questions on the elections in Tripura today.
Well, certainly, Abhishek, we are exclusively joined with Pradyut Devarma. Remember that he is a kingmaker, and yes, like you rightly mentioned, that how does he see this? My executive editor, senior executive editor Abhishek Kapoor, is now asking from you directly, how do you see yourself as the kingmaker? And if you can further elaborate about the fortunes of your party in this state.
On the day of the voting, would like to consider our party as getting an absolute majority rather than playing an important role in forming a government for another party. So it would be very wrong for me to say that I'll be a kingmaker. We would rather be a party which will win this election on their own.
Yeah, are you very sure how much seats you are going to get? Because you are not contesting on all the seats, you are contesting only on 42 seats.
Neither is Communist Party, neither is Trinamool, neither is Congress, neither is BJP. They're fighting in 55 seats. So after Communist, CPM and us, all the other parties are fighting in way lesser. Since we are fighting in 42 seats, we are confident of reaching the magic figure, halfway figure on our own.
We have heard you having pre-poll talks with not only BJP alliance but also with Congress left combined alliance. You also released few videos saying that no conclusion took place. You were not able to reach to any kind of consensus. Can we expect any kind of post-poll alliance either of the sides?
No.
Not at all.
Because, you see, I cannot lie to my people. Tripura Motha is like a movement.
Hello?
And less of a party. And our movement is supposed to achieve a constitutional solution for our people. Till the time we do not achieve a legislative constitutional solution for our people, we cannot dilute our movement. The day I dilute or divert from that for the sake of becoming a minister or some post, then we are finished. So we cannot do that.
What are you promising to your voters?
That we will not let you down. And as long as I am the chairman of Tripura Motha, I can never betray the people of what I have promised them.
We have seen Home Minister Amit Shah and top leaders of BJP attacking you, making comments against you. You see this as blessing?
हाँ, आशीर्वाद है. अरे देश का होम मिनिस्टर एक छोटा सा जनजाति लीडर को अटैक कर रहा है, वो तो आशीर्वाद है. मैं तो उठ गया उनके दुनिया के नजरों में. इसके लिए तो यू आर टेकिंग माय इंटरव्यू. दिस इज आशीर्वाद, ब्लेसिंग फ्रॉम होम मिनिस्टर
What kind
हिमसेल्फ.
of talks you had with Home Minister when you went to Delhi?
That
Because Himanta Biswa Sarma was also present there.
I have been very clear. जो मैंने आपको कहा, मैंने वही बात उनको कहा कि हम जब तक कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल सोल्यूशन नहीं लाते हैं, मैं कोई भी पार्टी के साथ, प्रियंका गांधी हो, राहुल गांधी हो या बीजेपी का लीडर्स हो, मैं जब तक वो नहीं लाता हूँ, मुझे अपने लिए कुछ नहीं चाहिए. मेरे लोगों को दे दो, मैं बात करूंगा. मेरे लोगों को नहीं दोगे, मैं बात नहीं.
If BJP agrees to your point at some level, will you be interested in joining them?
राइटिंग में दीजिए ना.
राइटिंग में?
हाँ, राइटिंग में दीजिए ना. और बीजेपी नहीं, वो तो
Yeah,
बीजेपी से गवर्नमेंट मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर्स को राइटिंग में देने दीजिए. तब हम देखेंगे. हम आपके सामने
कांग्रेस और लेफ्ट
टीवी के सामने मैं दिखा दूंगा कागज. आप वर्ड बाय वर्ड चले जाइए. मैं न्यूज़पेपर में प्रिंट करा दूंगा. पब्लिक को मालूम होना चाहिए कि बंद दरवाजे में क्या बात हुआ, क्योंकि मैं पब्लिक विश्वास नहीं करती. इसके लिए ये जो भी होना चाहिए ट्रांसपेरेंट होना चाहिए, टाइम बाउंड होना चाहिए. और यही बात मैंने कांग्रेस और सीपीएम की लीडरशिप को भी कहा.
प्रद्युत जी, लेफ्ट तो रेडी है. मैंने कहीं ना कहीं आई हैव हर्ड अबाउट दैट लेफ्ट, बट व्हाई कांग्रेस इज नॉट रेडी?
कांग्रेस भी अगर दोनों कहते रेडी है, बीजेपी भी कहती है रेडी है, तो भाई आप लोग तो विद्वान लोग हैं, राइटिंग में दे दीजिए ना. राइटिंग में क्या प्रॉब्लम?
वन मोर क्वेश्चन, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. यू आर आस्किंग फॉर अ सेपरेट
वर्बल देखिए, आई हैव आस्क्ड फॉर सेपरेट इंडिपेंडेंट लेजिस्लेटिव. Who wants to? I'm okay. Let's not have a.
There are many tribal communities across the country. If everybody stands up and asks for separate entity, separate state, Tripura itself is the third smallest state. I'm from Delhi. I'm asking you a question. It is already a union territory.
It's asking. No?
It is already union
Is it
territory.
illegal?
No, I'm not saying that I do not know your demands are legal or illegal. I'm asking.
यार पूछवाओ ना.
Legal or illegal?
What I am asking you is that there are many communities.
As long as it's not illegal, I have a right to ask. No? Otherwise, you pass a parliament, law in parliament that any state in this country,
Piyush,
they cannot demand under Article 2 and 3, right? You pass that law that people of Tripura have no right.
Piyush.
Otherwise, you, my friend, cannot supersede the.
I have a question, Piyush.
Last question I'll take. Out of 42 seats, how many seats are you expecting?
As I told you, we will cross the halfway.
One question Niranjan is asking. Yes, Niranjan, you can ask.
Okay, Piyush. See, the question is, Mr. Pradyut Debbarma